Hello everyone and welcome to Forza. Yes, we've got a Forza Horizon 5 stream for you today. Actually, it's taken me a long time to get around to streaming some Horizon 5, but we are going to be messing around a little bit on this game. We're going to be doing some lucky dip racing. This is always good fun. It's a good format for streams as well. Cars are going to be drawn at random, and we are going to have the game try and upgrade them and see what weirdness might occur, pretty much. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to be driving. Someone is going to get unlucky. Someone might get incredibly good cars. You know, we're going to see how it goes. If you've not seen one of these before, you are in for a treat. Weird stuff is going to happen. We're going to play around with a little bit of rule sets as we go. Now, there will be a bit more of an open lobby later on, but the first kind of few races are going to be done with the filming crew. I think we've got some on the way. There might be some spaces in a few minutes. We will have to wait and see. Now, this is Barry Bus around. Oh, the Barry Bus! Yes, of course. We have got the Barry Bus. I wonder if anybody can remember Ewan's Mr. T from the Horizon 4 streams. I wonder if we're going to see some of that. I don't know what it's going to be, because I don't think Ewan has Mr. T anymore. Possibly. Actually, I should have given Ewan ideas. Ewan had probably forgotten. It's going a bit loud. Why is the Elgato very loud? I can turn... Oh, actually, yeah, the Elgato setting is really loud for some reason. That's normally not as loud as that. We'll turn it down. Turned it down quite a lot. Let me know if that's better. The Elgato was way higher than it should normally have been, and I haven't changed anything on that. I must have dragged something by accident. So we will see. Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows what we're going to do with volume? So we're going to start off. We've got 10 of us at the moment. We're going to start off with nice and simple. Okay, we're going to do... Cars are going to be drawn for B class. We are then going to use the wonderful world of Forza to auto-upgrade them into A class, as Amy has just fallen over. Now, these cars are only going to be used on tarmac, so they... all-wheel drive won't be that much particularly of an advantage in this. It might help a little bit, but it won't be a crazy big advantage. It might not, depending on the circuit, etc. So yeah, we'll have cars drawn for the start off in B class. They'll be auto upgrade to A class, and we have to drive whatever the game gives us. The one thing that players are allowed for this, the one thing that players are allowed to add on to the vehicles is you are allowed to add on a diff. So you're allowed to put on a custom diff, and you're allowed to change the gear ratios, but only if they are absolutely broken, because a couple of cars do sometimes do it. But otherwise, you're not allowed to change anything. You're not allowed to adjust setup. You're not allowed to do anything. You can add a diff, because some of the old cars with open diffs just spin one wheel indefinitely, basically. So, so yeah, that is what we will have on here now. The best bit for all of this, of course, is we will have... The draw will be shown on screen. If it's going to work, there it is. It does seem to be working. So, we are going to randomly draw vehicles for everyone. We are going to start off... So, we tend to go in, let's say, sort of reverse order, if you like, in this. So, Blakey will get the first car. Giant Paul, thank you very much, indeed, for the donation. Saying, I pity the fool that doesn't remember Ewan's Mr. T. Ah, yes, indeed. Actually, we should probably... Let's put that back down there. Sorry, I'm a little fiddle around with the orderings of stuff. There we go. Yes, we pity the fool who forgets Ewan's mighty Mr. T vehicle. So, we are going to be drawing vehicles in B class. So these will be auto-upgraded to A. Some might have to be redrawn if people don't have various prize cars, etc. But, you know, we'll do the best we can. Blakey is first, and Blakey is going to, at random, be picked a car. Ooh, Blakey has a nice car. Blakey gets an Evo 10. And now we have the sound effects. That is a very good car, actually. So Blakey will get an Evo 10. It'll be auto-upgraded to A class. Now, the game could completely screw up the building of the car. That is, you know, quite possible. But that is a nice vehicle for Blakey to be starting with. Stinty is going to be up next, and Stinty shall be driving... Oh, not good for Stinty. And Stinty has an Exocet. Stinty's in for a really bad day. Oh, Stinty. Stinty, isn't free for as many filming sessions, and Stinty has turned up and is having a bad time. Good luck. I'm so glad it wasn't me with the exit. So, if two of the same cars get drawn, they will be ignored. They will be skipped, so to speak. So now Stinty's got the exit set. No one else can get it. So I am fine with that. Stinty's going to have just a big crash, basically. Gliska is up next. And Gliska shall be driving. Well, that's pretty good, actually. I wouldn't complain about that one. We have got the C3 Corvette. Longbow will be jealous, but that's a pretty good choice. The game will probably build it badly. However, that's not a terrible choice. That's not a terrible choice of car. Yeah, that will be... It might not give it... I might... I don't know. We don't know. Like, if a car can't get to the very top of the class, so if it can't get within 10 PI of the top of the class, as Longbow has said, then it will be redrawn. The extra set might have problems, actually, because the game will build them weirdly, but we will see how it goes. But yeah, if any of the cars can't get to the top of their class, can't get to within 10 PI of the top of their class, they will be redrawn to something else to try and make sure. Yeah, everything is as fair as possible. The game sometimes builds cars at a slightly weird way anyway, but yeah, within 10 PI is fine. Ollie! Okay, Stinty's PI is crap. Okay, Stinty will draw you another car. That won't work. Instead, there we go. Instead, Stinty gets a wonderful car. It is an RS6, admittedly a bit of an older one. That will get to the top of A class. But there we go. You can't see this. Hold on, I'm just going to... Okay, Stinty gets an RS6. Where is the thing gone? I was going to say you can't see this. Ewan was bloody trying to push the Eagle about. Behave! Behave, Ewan! So, yeah, Stinty will get the RS6. That is fine. That will work. Oh, Blakey's got the... Isn't there a Hot Wheels model? I think I have that in red somewhere. Where's my Hot Wheels case with that guy? I have read one of those somewhere, pretty much with that livery. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, Stinty's got that right. Ollie will be the next one to draw a car. And, oh, god damn it. Forza, please screw up the building of this, because Ollie's got the NSXR and will probably thrash all of us. That's such a good car. That's such a good car. Oh, I really hope Forza makes a mess of the build. The NSX is very quick. Gliska has... I actually quite like that colour on the Corvette. Wouldn't have been my go-to, wouldn't have been my choice, but actually that looks really good. So, there we go. Ollie is lucky bugger with the NSX. Who have we got next? It is Longbow. Longbow, well, we've just drawn that. You can't have two NSXs in there. Ooh, okay. I'm jealous, actually, because I really like that. I'm not a fan of the modern minis, but the Cooper Works minis are absolutely awesome. So, there we go. Longbow gets the Cooper Works GP Mini. It's front-wheel drive, so it'll be a bit struggling off the line, but they are very, very quick. In A-Class, the game might even put it on semi-slicks or something, so that could be very fast. That could be very fast indeed. So far, no one's got terrible luck. Liam has got another good car, another fast front-wheel drive car. We have got the Renault Megane RS. Not quite as fast as like the R26R, those sort of vehicles, but I like the livery on Stinty's, the old touring car livery. That's cool. Yeah, the Megane is pretty good. Pretty solid as far as B-Class cars go. So yeah, Liam is pretty lucky. What is Amy going to be driving? Amy has got, again, not a bad car. Not a bad vehicle. The BMW Z4M. I really built one. I built one for something. I don't actually think the videos come out. I built one. I ended up never using it. It was a pretty good car. I don't know. It was a pretty wacky car for the way that it was built. But yeah, never really used one sensibly. And it never actually got used in its wacky guise. So yeah, Z4's not terrible. Z4 not terrible. Impega is up next. What shall Impega be driving? Oh, it's Impega that has a taller challenge, shall we say. Oh, Longbow's on rally tyres with the Mini. Fantastic. Impega has got a Durango SRT. Now, depends on how the game builds it. It might not be awful. It could be complete garbage. I don't know. SUVs in this game are generally quite fast, but that's when players build them. When the game builds it, who knows? But Impega has a Durango. It's not the worst, though. That is not the worst thing you could have been drawn whatsoever here. So, Durango is out. What have we got next? It's going to be Ewan. Ewan is driving, and he just wants to give everyone NSXRs. No. No more NSXRs. Ewan has got a Veloster. You lucky bugger. I like the Veloster as well. I'm going to get something crap. My two favourite front-wheel drive cars in this game have been bloody drawn already. Oh, the Veloster has gone the way of Ewan in this one. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That'll be quite fast as well. Oh, we have Striker in here as well. We will get. Oh, we have got Speed Beast now. Yes, okay. So we have got Ewan can have a Veloster. We will draw Striker's car next, and Striker. There we go. Oh, Striker gets the really silly vehicle. It is the Toyota Baja truck. Now, it's possible it might not get to the top of A-Class. I think it should. However, Striker will be running the Toyota Baja. Oh, dear. Good luck. Good luck. Because that will be rear-wheel drive as well. The game won't even make it all-wheel drive. Sorry, Striker. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate indeed for you. Speed Beast is trying to join currently. We will draw my car because we have got... Oh, Speed Beast doesn't look like they're connected. Okay, looks like we've got Speed Beast into the session. Speed Beast, you shall be driving... Hey, it's another Corvette! Good, another solid choice of car here. It will be the C4 Corvette. Yeah, that'll be fast, I would expect. The game's probably going to build it weirdly, but C4 Corvette is a strong option of car. Yeah, Striker. If the Baja can't get to top of A-Class, I think it might struggle. But I don't know. I don't know what tyres it's going to do. But yeah, let me know. We can redraw that one if needed. If it can't get to the top of A-Class, wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world if it couldn't. Let's be honest. And then finally, we will draw a car for me. Here we go. Game. Random draw, please give me something good. It is... it's alright. It's alright. Mitsubishi GTO. I mean, I like the GTO. I love the GTO in real life. I think it's a great... Well, I've always liked the GTOs. I like the older style, the older front bumper. But yeah, I've always liked the GTOs in real life. I don't know. I feel like the game's going to beans it up a bit for me, but we shall find out. We shall try our very best to do something with that car. Well, I say something. We'll hope. We will hope that the GTO will not be terrible. Its all-wheel drive is good, but it's a heavy car, which is its downside. I've tried to use them before. They've not been the greatest. I think Ollie's NSX is definitely going to be the car to beat here. That's a serious piece of equipment. Right. So actually, I will use a brown fresh. No, that's not fresh either. That's modified. That one there is unmodified. We'll do here. There's no upgrades. Andrew, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what do snowmen eat for Christmas? Ice cookies. I'm just going to give you a boo. It will be a boo to you from chat and from me. Lado, thank you for the donation. Saying, Alex, you said on Wednesday that you cannot have more than 20 chicken nuggets. I have adult money and bought 60. Christ. Also, Alex, paint your car yellow. Okay, we will have a yellow GTO going into this next one. I mean, I probably could have a bit more than 20. I feel like 20 is a good amount. 60 is a bit too many for me. I have a feeling. 60. But you know, Galado, go for it. Go for it. If you want to go for, let's have, look at that. It's yellow. It's silly. Yes, Lado did it. Oh, it's all Lado's fault. But good luck with your 60 chicken nuggets. That's fine. Right. Upgrades. We will auto-upgrade the car to A-Class. Please get it to the top of A-Class or close. What are you going to do, game? Okay, actually, you know what? That's not too bad. 600 horsepower, and it's lighter. It's going to be on off-road race, I think. Just looking at those power and weight figures, if that's not on off-road race tyres, I'd be really happy with it. Oh, it might be on rallies, you know? Oh, game, you've actually built that kind of how I would. So I can have a look at what it's done. It has put it on rally tyres. It has made them big. Yes. That's pretty... I'm actually very happy with that. Brakes. You've got race brakes. You've put it on race suspension. Did you put a roll cage in? Mostly, yeah. You've got... I mean, I probably would have gone full upgrade, full weight reduction and a bit less power. Would have been my personal way of doing it, but... That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Game, you've actually built a pretty good car. Okay. Forza's built that really, really well. Forza has built that really, really well. Which sounds... It's probably going to be terrible now. Like, it's probably going to be a complete garbage car. Oh, wait, was going to put the diff on. Forza does sometimes, very occasionally, Forza does put diffs on. I will put the diff on. It's not likely to do... It's not going to be a big deal, really, for this car, but I will do it just while we're here. Darren thinking of one. I think the NSX will be too far. I think the NSX will be way too fast for me. That thing is a beast. So, yeah, I think it unlikely I will be able... It's even giving me a gearbox. I think it'll be unlikely that I'll beat the NSX because it's going to be so much lighter. It's going to be so much lighter than we are. While this has had some weight taken out of it, it's still 3,300 pounds. That's still a lot of Mitsubishi to lug around. There is a Z4 doing a burnout. We'll be better off than some. There is no doubt about it. We'll probably be better. Although, to be fair, Impega's probably not that much heavier than we are with the Durango. Because that's just how heavy... The GTO is so heavy. Whee! Hello, Baja truck. Has that really got anywhere close to the top of the PI? It hasn't. I mean, Striker, we can redraw that car if you want. Striker, we will redraw your car if you want, because that is going to be slow. That is going to have trouble in keeping up. Do let me know in the chat. We can redraw your car if you would like something a little bit fairer. Because yeah, you'll have a bad time in that. Flingo, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what is the best Christmas present? A broken drum set. You just can't beat it. Oh dearie me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is going to be a boo to you from chat, and indeed from me. That is going to be a big boo to you. Oh, okay, Striker would like a redraw. That is fair enough. Where has Kudos gone? There it is. Right, Striker, you will be redrawn a B-Class car. You've got the Exorcist as well, that we know doesn't work. And it will be... Hey, there we go. That will definitely work. We have got the Alpine A110. That will be a fast car. There is absolutely no doubt at all that is going to be a quick car. I say that's annoying. Like, that's yeah, that is going to be one hell of a quick car for you. We will take the Alpine. So you can take the Alpine. That's also up there with a good shout of being a serious contender. So yeah. There we go. I say nicely done. Lucky draw, but a good draw certainly for the for Strike. Be a lot better than that. What's it called? So yeah, we can shuffle. We'll get up, shuffle around. Look at the cars we've got. I feel like okay. So off-road races on the Audi. That's going to be very fast in a straight line. Looks like what tyres that Corvette got? Semi-slicks. I am not sure. I am not sure what that's got on. It's definitely not off-road tyres. The Veloster, we're going to go in a pause. Yeah, so off-road tyres definitely for Striker. They look like sort of semi-slicks for the Veloster. The McGann is on rallies. We have got rallies on the Durango. Pretty sensible. That's broken. That's not one of us anyway. Ooh. Problems have occurred. Someone's lost their tyres. What's gone on here? Hold on. Questions are being asked of the Supra, I think. So that's on weird that's broken. That's on rallies for the Evo. Corvette is on the same tyres as, I think they're semi-slicks. That's on the same tyres as the Veloster by the looks of it. They're probably going to be pretty good. I would suspect the way to go would be maybe the semi-slicks. I think the rally tyres could be quite good. The Mini is on rallies as well. It's not so bad. Rallies will work. Front-wheel drives, I would generally go semi-slicks on if I was building it, but someone's got the like Microsoft cool thing going on. The NSX is really the one we all fear here. That is on rally tyres. Okay, so that's on the same tyres as us. Striker's got off-road race. Excuse me. What on earth are you deciding to do there, game? Honestly, that Alpine would be very fast if it wasn't for that. We're trying to get people back connected, and then we will start the races. CJ, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. You have been whammed. There we go. Thank you, CJ. Thank you very much. We're apparently going to have Christmas nonsense, of course. Yeah, some people will have been caught out by the team's call. I can just will-allure my way around. Oh, that was really well timed. As Shady Brady just donated at basically the same time I was farting about with the will-allure horn. Brady, thank you very much for the donation, saying hello from rainy New Jersey. To be fair, I'd be happy with some rain over here because it would mean it was slightly warmer than the freezing cold it's been all week. So what do you call 50 pigs and 50 deer? 100 sows and bucks. Sure. I think it's supposed to be something. I'm just gonna go give you a boo at this point. I think we're just gonna give you a boo on that one from me. Right, all of the pinging and plonking sounds. Shall we go racing? You know what? We're right here. Let's go and start. Place your bets, chat. What do you reckon? What do you reckon's going to... I genuinely think the NSX is going to win. I think the GTO might... Oh, Gliska, could you make me the host, please? Because this will be difficult to do. Sows and bucks rhymes with 1,000 bucks. Okay. Sure. I think the way I say it is too posh to make that work. Oh, we have people from all around the world in the stream today. Someone from Brazil, United Arab Emirates, New Zealand. Oh, it's always cool. It's always cool. There we go. We are hosts now. Fantastic. Yeah, it's always great to have people from all around the world watching us fart about. Amy's on off-road. The off-road race tyres might work here. This is the one place. This is the one place where your off-road race tyres might work, with this being such a quick circuit. The off-road race might work here. I'm thinking the rally tyres are probably the way to go, but off-road race, if it's going to work somewhere, it's going to work here. But we shall see. I think regardless, my car is going to be too heavy. Whatever, the power to ratio is just not going to be good enough. 600 horsepower, 3,300 pounds will probably not be good enough in this session, in this race. There's going to be other cars, that are going to do similar things. The GTO is notorious for being overweight and essentially over-PI'd. You never know. However, we shall see. We can be hopeful. Could be a half-decent GTO. I'd like to have a half-decent GTO. Luchador, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, jingle bells, crane smells, Lado laid an egg, the Blakey Mobile lost a wheel, and Alex won the race. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. I like that. Let's go with that one. I'm okay with that combination. I feel like Lado maybe less so. Blakey maybe not quite so much, although I feel like losing a wheel is better than suddenly laying an egg. On the scale of... This is a weird sentence I'm saying currently, but on the scale of things that could happen... Hey, we start on pole as well. This is good news. This is good news. We start on pole. Amy's going to have a fast Z4 in terms of straight line speed. That thing will be rapid with the amount of power I suspect it will have. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got the all-wheel drive launch, so we will launch from the pack. We've got quite long gear ratios, so that's not necessarily a terrible thing. Stinty also, all-wheel drive, will probably have quite a lot of power and be quite heavy in that. Oh god, the understeer, please turn, you boat of a car. It's quite boaty, though the NSX is already menacing. I think it's just going to outrun us in all of this. If we can outstrip it in a straight line, there's a chance for us. There's a chance that we could just be an annoyance against the NSX. But we really need to God, that thing turns so much better than we do. Yeah. The RS6 looks faster than us as well. Oh, down here. I was trying to park it on the apex. We got helped and helped a bit more. But the RS6 has the straight line speed that I don't. The NSX has the handling that I don't. We are kind of just sat in the middle of those two. Third gear... my gears are so long. If the RS6 can slow up the NSX, that is basically the main chance I have. We know we can't be even close to flat through that final corner. That was a tap on the brakes and a big lift, and even still we were heading out towards the wall. Sadly, the NSX has escaped, and I have understeered miles wide. I've got no answer to that grip. The one thing we can maybe do, come on GTO. No, I can't even get myself alongside there. It'd have to be a monumental throw it to the inside, and the NSX will just outbrake us. I've got to hope for the NSX to make a mistake somewhere. Third gear is what we want. The NSX is losing a little bit of time having to defend, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Because it's just going to be too quick. It's just going to be out of range now. The only chance we had was to get back past it immediately. I mean, I missed my brakes a little bit into turn one. Is what cost us. Pega's up to 4th with the Durango. We all laughed. We all laughed at the Durango. However, it is better than you think. That one is battling away with the Evo 10. Ewan's currently leading the front wheel drives. The Roo at the pack. Gliska's fighting in the middle of that with that Corvette as well. God, it's so bad at the final corner. It's just a mile of understeer. We are going to have to be defending, I think, quite heavily around here. Come on, car. Here we go. Get out the other side. We might have to be defending quite heavily. I don't know. The more they fight behind me, the more we might be able to make a little bit of a gap in this. Yeah, we do actually. The RS6 has definitely got some speed, but it suffers in pretty similar ways to me here, in that it's just a bit cumbersome. And I would imagine the Durango is suffering the same. Blakey said the brakes on that Evo were terrible, so that might be struggling in some places around here. But the brakes, it's just heavy. This thing it's just heavy and a bit unresponsive. It's not bad per se. It's just certainly not gonna match an NSX. Considering these cars are actually the GTO was newer than the NSX. That's the kind of earlier NSX. And this is one of the later model GTOs. But yeah, this has the power. It just doesn't have anywhere near the composure. We have still got. We kept the gap to that RS6. It's not terrible. It's not like putting us under crazy pressure. And as long as I don't make any big mistakes, yeah, the Audi's really struggling in the corners, much the same as we are. The Durango's made a move up into a third place. The Durango may well get on the podium. The Evo 10's trying to follow the Dodge on its climb up through the pack. Not a bad thing to do if a car can open the door and you can kind of just follow it through. Okay, my gearbox is not quite where I want it to be. This is a very big, angry pack of cars, and I don't know how many are being held up, essentially, by some of these more power cars. Stinty did a good job of keeping the horde behind them. It's now going to be our turn, because I think the Durango's got more pace than we do, and I can't really push this car much harder. We're already sort of at the limit. So the thing the Durango has is the Durango is heavy. It's probably got a good chunk of power. The Durango will probably have bigger tyres than I do. and that will make quite the difference, essentially. If the Durango's on like 325s or something, tyre widths in Forza just makes the car fast, right? That's just how it works. Bigger the tyre width, the better. Our 265s are not really big enough. And I know that sounds strange considering those are massive tyres in reality, but in the world of Forza, 265s are just not big enough tyres, really, for a car this heavy as well. If we had like 325s, it might work. You might be able to overcome that weight. That's how a lot of the time the SUVs are so stupidly fast in this game. Don't want to do that. Durango has got to run. We are going to cover the inside. We're going to make the Durango go the long way round. We will brake a little bit early because the last thing I want to do is end up in trouble there. We will force, again, we're going to force the Durango the long way round here. Got to be careful. We do outrun it. That's something. I was worried it was going to have better straight line speed than us. We will hug the inside. I've got to. I don't have another choice. The Durango does handle better than us, so we're actually backing it up into Blakey, which is kind of helpful for me. If I can do that, that's good, because it means that Impega has to be careful. We get around the final corner. Blakey tried to look at the outside, couldn't do it. You know, I'll take a second place. When it comes to a GTO that I've never had a huge amount of luck with building, I'll take second. I mean, it's pretty close between the mid-pack. So the Megane was fast, the Veloster was fast, stuck in traffic. The NSX was never going to be caught. Me, the Durango, the Evo, the Corvette, the RS6, the Mini, even Speed Beast's Corvette were all within kind of half a second. I mean, you could kind of lump in the other two as well. They were only a couple of tenths faster. The NSX was a monster, though. We always knew that was going to be a scary prospect to race against. And we were not wrong. That was a scary prospect to race against. It just buggered off at the front. Yeah. I'll take a second for the GTO. We were kind of starting to hold everyone up by the end. Striker had a terrible gearbox. Yeah, we did not have a good gearbox. My car didn't have a great gearbox. We had the power, I think, to get away with it. It wasn't the worst that it could have been, but it certainly wasn't great. Oh, you went with stock brakes. That would probably not help. That would not help. We're going to go to a more twisty track for our second race with these vehicles, which is, yeah, going to be an interesting one. Where are we going to go? Let us head to, you know what, we'll go over here. We'll go to the garden circuits. The NSX is going to... If the NSX romped away at the fast track, it's going to really bugger off at this track. It's just... Yeah. It might get stuck in traffic is the only thing that might help save us. Especially if it starts further back. If the NSX starts at the back of the pack, it will have a lot of traffic to get through. I think it's going to have the grip just to do it. But... there we go. I do agree, and person, I say that was awful, but like the look of the GTO. I agree, I like the GTO. I like the look of the GTO. As I said, I prefer the slightly older spec, if you will. But even this one, yeah, I like the GTOs. I've always liked them. Unfortunately, in Forza games, they are very heavy, and they are not the best for the PI, so to speak. I always like the 300ZX as well. That's a little bit better in Forza. And the GTO was really advanced for the time, from what I remember, right? Because it had like all-wheel steer. Did the GTO have active aero as well? Some of them could have. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a different 90s Japanese car. I thought the GTO did. They were very. There was a lot of crazy stuff went on in the 90s Japanese cars. They went mad with that. I think the GTO had the active aero and everything. Yeah, they were cool. Oh, hell, the Mitsubishi Legnum that I had a bloody, like a gearbox, and had really complicated fancy gearboxes, and active yaw control, that was it, on that was very good. It had a gearbox that kind of learnt how aggressive you were with the shifting, so when it was in automatic, it did the same, or tried to do a similar, and it had, yeah, like active yaw control and so on. Again, really, really high tech for a car from the 90s. The front lip on the GTO that moved. That's cool. Yeah, it was just like mad amount of features. Mad amount of features on a car like that. Right, here we go. The NSX is going to win. The battle for second is going to be interesting. I think Ewan stands a very good chance. Ewan and Liam, I think they're going to be quickly working their way through the pack. Gliska's Corvette will be fast here. I think we're going to struggle. We're going to have the launch, but I think we're going to be too boaty to cling on to it, basically. Oh, we have had a disconnect. I'm not sure who we lost. Someone. Sorry, I didn't mean to start the race with a disconnect, but I hadn't noticed. I was probably farting around in the menus. Oh, it's Stinty. We lost our fellow boaty friend. Now it's just Impega with the Durango that we have as our great boaty friend. There you go. Right. Amy needs to push off the line. I mean, if you're in front of me... Actually, I can't because we're ghosty mode, aren't we? I would give you a push, but there is no pushing. Unfortunately... Oh, okay. Gliska will be happy with that spot on the grid. That is good news for the Corvette. The NSX, sadly, is unlikely to get buried in traffic. The front-wheel drives are already at the back, and I mean, they're going to be at the back quicker. Me and Blakey are quick off the line. The NSX, not the fastest starting. It'll probably be one of the least powerful cars here, but it doesn't matter. It's got the grip to not care. We will outhandle the Alpine. It has terrible tyres. Speed Beast's car also does not look very good at all in the corners. Blakey's got more grip than me in that Evo 10. We're all going to pop out of ghost mode in a second, and there we go. So, Amy's got loads of straight line speed in that Z4. We won't beat it, but is on off-road race tyres. Will not have the grip in the corners, as we see there. Can just drive to the inside and get past. The Durango was trying to hold up the NSX for a little bit. However, it has not really, it's never really going to hold in that. It's whether I can chase down the Evo and the Durango. I think that's going to be a tall order. And it's also, can we stop the march of the front-wheel drive brigade? Because we've got 3 very quick front-wheel drive cars catching. Although, admittedly, Longbow is on slightly the wrong tyres. The same tyres as me, but you want the semi-slicks on those front-wheel drives. Right, what I'm hoping is Blakey and Impega are going to get stuck fighting each other and slow each other down. Oh, wrong gear. It's so annoying. My second gear is in the wrong place, basically. The Corvette is making a nuisance of itself, which is actually helping me. Brakes are, as Blakey said, pretty iffy on that Evo 10. That does not look easy to get it stopped at all for some of these corners. So that might be where we can make the most. It's definitely going to be better in the corners, the Evo, but we might be able to, if we can, although we get a lot of understeer through there. Jeez. We might be able to make some time up in places. Where can we be? Brave. Not through there. Well, actually, that's a pretty good exit for us. So it was a little bit slow on the way in, but it actually works for a nice run on the exit. Speedbeast is continuing to make a roadblock with that Corvette. That is helping me no end. Blakey with a load of understeer. I am trying to get set because I think this is where we maybe stand our best chance. Blakey was slow on the exit here, and we have got a good run, and we know we're pretty good on the brakes, and we will get the car stopped. It is to the inside for us, and we will move up a position on that Evo. The Durango is pulling away, though. Who would have thought? I mean, I did suspect it was going to be like. It sounds like it's a really bad thing to have been drawn, but it also doesn't surprise me that it's turned out to be pretty good. Third gear will work through there. Blakey is going to fight back. It's going to be on the outside at turn 1. And sure enough, Blakey doesn't want to try that. I wondered if they're going for a cutback, which is why I kind of kept my car really tight through that corner. The Evo is looking. Longbow has got clear of the Corvette now. Okay, that group is going to start closing in, potentially. We've got to be a little careful through here. Blakey can look there. It's to the outside. Oh, Ollie's missed a checkpoint. The NSX has pushed it a little bit too hard. The NSX is not going to win this one. It looks like the Corvette might be able to take it here. I know exactly what Ollie did. They tried to push it a little bit too much on that inside. It's so easily done at this track, and yeah, has just missed it. And that will be I say the end. The NSX is still going to get a podium despite having missed a checkpoint, and that's how fast it was. Blakey's again quick off that corner, but he's going to be stuck on the wrong side at turn 1. We will park the car on the apex. Actually, we wandered a little bit. Blakey did not time the cutback on that corner for the pass. Blakey is not a cat, but Blakey is stuck behind a GTO. We've got to try and not run wide here. Prepare to defend. I mean, this next corner is really the best overtaking opportunity for the Evo. We are nice enough off of there. We're going to park it kind of in the middle. We don't want to give the inside, and of course the problem is that we are really slowing ourselves down here. I'm having to drive quite defensively, and it is really allowing Liam and Longbow to catch, but they are going to run out of laps to do anything. Can the Durango fend off the NSX for kind of one more corner? It's going to be Gliska that's going to claim a victory in this one. We are going to feed the car through the final corner. Blakey was quicker, but had nowhere to go through there. Woo! I mean, 4th place is probably the best we were going to get in that one. Lap time-wise, yeah, cannot match. Tell you what, the Corvette and the NSX were very close in lap time. Gliska really got the speed going on in that one. The Durango, I mean, respectable considering what it is, but was no match for the NSX, however, didn't miss a checkpoint, so the Durango gets 2nd. We would end up 4th ahead of Blakey's Evo, and then we had the McGanns and so on catching at the end. Well done, Gliska. It was a good race, actually. We had a great battle over 4th. Oh, you missed a checkpoint. That's what happened to the Veloster. Because I was going to say, I thought that was going to be a contender. I didn't actually see the lap time for the Veloster, so I'm not sure how fast that one actually was going. I suspect it had some real pace about it. But there we go. There we go. Well, I would say it was quite good fun, this. The GTO was way better than I thought it was going to be. I will say this, yeah. The GTO, way better than I thought it was going to be. Really thought we were going to be screwed in this. However, it really wasn't. It was the Durango. The Durango was probably the 3rd best car overall in that one, I would say. Gliska got stuck in traffic. I would say the NSX was the best. Gliska's Corvette was probably 2nd best. Then the Durango. And then probably my GTO. Me and Blakey were probably pretty close in terms of speed. Although I think the front-wheel drives were technically better. They just got stuck in traffic, which is something the all-wheel drive cars didn't have to deal with. So you could easily make a case that some of the front-wheel drives should have been higher up, but they just struggled with not being able to sort of get going, so to speak. But no, this GTO has actually done way better. I thought this was going to be a really mid-tier, really terrible car, and it simply wasn't. It wasn't the best by any stretch of the imagination, but it was, yeah, not bad. So we are going to go and do a fresh draw for this one. We are going to change up the rules a little bit for this. We're going to try something. We don't quite know how well this is going to work because we've not tried it before, but we are going to stick with being randomly drawn cars. However, the vehicle that you get drawn, you are going to put on 2 semi-slick tyres. Okay? Now, we're going to have everybody on the same tyres, and then after you've put the car onto the semi-slick tyres, then you will auto-upgrade the vehicle. Okay? So, everyone's going to be on the same compounder tyre. Forza's going to have to build the cars around the fact that the tyre is. Basically, the auto-upgrade will upgrade above what... We'll keep what you've got on it, and then upgrade onwards, if you like, from that. So we're going to put everyone on the semi-slick, so everyone should have half-decent handling cars. Right? Now, there is a chance that this is going to be... It might not work very well, but we don't really know. We're going to give it a try. Why not try it live on stream? What could possibly break? Other than everything. That's very loud, whatever that is. Oh, it's a Ferrari. Of course it is. So, what we're going to have is we are going to be building... what vehicles do we want to... Where do we want to build them to? You know what? We'll go to build to A-class. However, we are going to have Kudos draw from... Oh, what class do you want? Well, I'm going to do it from all. So basically, it could be an A-class car, it could be a B, it could be a C. You could get a... I don't think a D-class car is ever going to get the auto upgrades. Basically, because the game won't swap drivelines or won't swap the engines. So this could go really badly for people. It could go amazingly well. We don't really know. Up first, for Blakey. Blakey is going to be getting... That will not get semi-slick tyres. So if the car has, you know, bits that can't be used, then... we will change it. The utility sedan engine will not do it. Okay. Blakey will get a Nissan 370Z. 370Z, solid choice of car. Semi-slicks will probably take it up to low A-class. It will then have the room for probably a little bit of power upgrades and maybe a few brake upgrades and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Blakey, I'd say that's a solid choice. Blakey's liking the Japanese cars in this one. Up next, Striker's got my favourite hatchback in the game. God damn it, and Ewan's found Dora. Can Ewan figure out where Ewan needs to park Dora? Maybe. I don't think that's quite going to be on shot yet, Ewan. I think that's gone way too far forward. Striker with the awesome R26R. That will be very good at this, I should imagine. That will be very strong. And because it'll have the right tyres, it'll have the best tyres or the tyres that I would put the car on, I should say. I don't want to say the best tyre, but the tyres that I would build a car. Stinty is going... I don't know if that gets semi-slicks. Stinty, does that work? Can you get semi-slicks and an auto union Type D? It may or may not. Stinty's having a hell of an adventurous session today. We will try. We will try. If Stinty can get semi-slicks on an Auto Union Type D, we will give it a go. Who have we got next? Speed Beast. Speed Beast. Oh, that might not get semi-slicks and stay in A-class. It's pretty good if you can use that. 2018 Mustang GT. If you get that on semi-slicks in A-class, you'll probably get about an exhaust upgrade, and that's it. But, yeah. Sure. We will go with the... We'll go with the Mustang for Stinty. Oh, Dora's turned up. There we go. Oh, good old Dora. Hey, it's got worse for Gliska. Gliska got Corvette last time. However, this time it is the Pursuit Ute. Striker. So what you do is you put the semi-slick tyres on the car and then you auto upgrade it to A-class. So semi-slick tyres on and then auto upgrade. So you have to build the first bit yourself, but then the rest is auto upgrading. So Gliska has the Pursuit Ute. Probably not going to be great. It's going to be a little bit like my GTO in that it's probably just a bit too heavy. Ollie is up next, and Ollie is going to be driving. I don't think that gets semi-slicks. Does the Baja Bone Shaker get the... I don't know whether this gets the semi-slicks. So, Ollie, you will have to let me know. We can redraw if it doesn't, because I doubt it will. I suspect it's stuck on... I suspect it's stuck on off-road race tyres. I doubt that will get semi-slicks for you. So, there we go. But yeah, do let me know. Longbow will be driving. That will not go into the class. So that doesn't really matter too much. Instead, Longbow will be also not driving that. Longbow I don't think gets the top of A-class with its standard engine, so no point. Okay, that's a solid choice. That is actually quite a solid choice of car. 2003 M5. That's, yep, can't complain too much about that. Probably a bit on the heavier side, but that should be fine. Yeah, Ollie, is there any luck with the tyres? Baja Bone Shaker can't get the tyres. Okay, we'll redraw Ollie's car. We were kind of expecting that to be the case. That will not get the tyres either, I don't think. F40. Okay, Ollie, let me know. That will probably drop. That will probably shunt the PI all the way to mid or like S. So yeah, try the F40. If it works, go for it. Liam, let's go draw you a car. Liam, Civic Type R. There we go. A Civic Type R for Liam. That will be quick. That will probably be quick. That's annoying. I'm going to get something crap now in all of this. I'm going to get a terrible front-wheel drive hatchback. Is the auto upgrading overriding the tyre choice? If it does, just go back, like reset the upgrades and then do it again. Sometimes if you do it a second time, it will figure out what you are wanting it to do. So yeah, keep resetting the upgrades back to stock and then try again, basically. So that was, yes, so Liam got the Civic. Amy, is he disregarding this? Oh, is he disregarding the slicks? That's annoying if it is. I mean, yeah, we'll try a few times, see if we can cheese it. Oh, Amy, it gave you a Morgan three-wheeler. You can't use it because it'll never get the PI, but there we go. That will jump the PI up way too high as well on those. There we go. Amy, you can have a Raptor, and I'm pretty sure that will let you get semi-slicks. So Amy gets an SVT Raptor. That could actually be really fast. That could be really fast if the game builds it right. Ollie needs a new car. I am very unhappy with the choices that Ollie is getting. The CRX Sir. Right, Sir CRX for Ollie. Give it a try. See what happens. Might be good. Probably will be, to be fair. No Morgan for Amy. I'm sorry, but it can't get to A-class. The CRX Sir might struggle, although I think on semi-slicks it'll have enough grip. Impega has not got a Hoona truck. That will not work. Instead, Impega has not got a Scout, because that will also not work. And no, you're not allowed a 488 challenge. That's far too fast. Or an Exocet, that won't work either. Come on, game. There we go. Impega gets the shoebox. Or the shoe, I guess we should say. Z3M Coupe. Yeah, solid choice. Good car. Probably be pretty good all around. So yeah, can't go wrong with the Z3. I know I built one. I don't know if I've ever made it into a video. And Fedora the Explorer, that is Ewan. You are going to be driving. Ooh. Okay. Give it a try, Ewan. That might be one of the few cars that may get up to A-class with a standard 300 SL Coupe. It might do it. I'm just thinking by virtue of... it's quite light. The tyres will be a big jump in power, and... that could work. Of the D-class cars, that's one of the few I think may get it. We'll give it a try. I don't know whether it's going to or not. And what am I going to be driving? Oh, that may not... that PI may jump. 2013 M6. Okay. I mean, I'm alright with it. It's not a great car. It's just, will the PI go too high with the semi-slicks? I might have to redraw from that. So, yeah, the way we're doing this is you put the upgrades on first, and then we auto-upgrade. But, do I have an M6? Oh, this isn't sorted in any kind of order that makes any sense. Do I have an M6? Probably, maybe. I have an M8. There's many areas at M6. I don't want boats. Today's stream for me is boat session. Amy will need a new car. You get away, you don't have to deal with the Raptor, you lucky bugger. Right, can we get... I kind of hope we don't, but I think we might. Oh, you asshole of a game. You absolute asshole of a game. I can put semi-slicks on it. I'm going to put a diff in it out of spite. Right. Diff. I want that. Goddamn Forza. I don't even really need to do an auto upgrade. Oh, okay. Longbow with a very good point. If you put the car on Hot Wheels tires, it keeps the tires. Ah, okay, that's good. So yeah, that's useful advice. Put the car on the Hot Wheels semi-slicks. They are identical to all the others. Put the car on the Hot Wheels ones, and then it will keep them. We will install that. Oh, that'll be fine. I mean, I'm going to try auto upgrade it just to see if this will do anything, but I'm not holding out much hope at all on this one. Auto upgrade to A-Class. Your car is already optimized. Ah. Oh, god damn it. John, it's not that I hate the M6. I actually really like this car. I think it's a great car. The problem is, for the way this challenge, the way these races are going, I have got a car that is way too heavy. It's so heavy. It's so heavy, it's going to get murdered. It's not going to work. So there we go. Okay, so Ewan and Amy need a new car. They get to set. Oh, Ewan's car got close. That's why I thought we'd check it. It almost did it. This is way too heavy a car, but we'll try. I mean, we'll do what we can. Okay, so we will need to redraw. We'll redraw a car for Amy. It's not a McLaren GT. That one will not work. Oh, you lucky git! I have a strong dislike of Amy currently. R32 Skyline. Amy's car is definitely one of the best that has been drawn, I think, so far. Yeah, Hot Wheels tyres definitely the way to go, I think, for this one. Yeah, you can see the tyre compounds as well. That's not a bad point from Gliska. Yeah, Amy gets an R32 Skyline. That's a strong, strong car. And Ewan will be getting, not a McLaren F1, because that will be too high a PI. Ewan will be getting an Audi RS2, also a really strong car in this. That is frustratingly good. Yeah. RS2. Oh, just pinged out of ghost mode. RS2 for Ewan. So Ewan has got a pretty solid car now. Amy's got a pretty solid car. Our M6. Our M6 is a very solid car. It will hit stuff and move it very far. So there we go. Oh, Impega with dumb livery. Actually, no, to be fair, Stinty's livery is best livery of the day so far. That's fantastic. We have got the hot dog auto union. I mean, look, I could re-roll the car. I'm not going to, because that's not the way this works. At the end of the day, you know, the lucky dip thing will draw random crap. And if the random crap that you get drawn isn't very good, well, so be it. That's just how it goes. We've been drawn probably one of the weaker cars here. It'll have good top speed, but it will be terrible everywhere else. It's just not going to go well, pretty much. Oh, can we find an awful paint job while everyone is sorting out their cars? Here we go. We will try and find an awful paint job for here. I'm going to be lazy as well. We'll try and find something silly on the first page. No one did any silly paint jobs on the M6. Well, that is terribly disappointing. There's just none. Right, just anything for the current car. Come on, we can find something. While we do this, I'll read some donations. Rob, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I'm not saying you should, but it would be funny if someone of your choosing gets a Unimog, of course. Unimog always be an entertaining one, although it wouldn't get to A-Class, unfortunately. So that would be a little bit of a shame. Oh, let's go with that color abomination. Let's do it. Yeah. Kind of glad, although Amy probably would have happily had a Unimog, let's face it. Sakota? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but thank you very much indeed for the donation. Saying, hello Alex, I finally caught you live. Hey, welcome to a FailRace live stream where nothing goes to plan and everything has problems. Everything will go wrong, well, apparently for me. We do not have much luck. with our card draw. Thank you for all the amazing content over the years. Oh, well, thank you very much indeed for that. I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. Hope you are enjoying this stream as well. Hopefully we can put on a good show and have a good race for you. We shall see. I think I'm going to be around at the back for a lot of this, but never mind. Oh, the terribly dumb liveries that are going on today. We're off to a wonderful start for silly liveries in this. I think the Unimog gets semi-slicks. I could be wrong though. Have we got it? Has everybody got their car? It looks like everybody's ready. Hey, everyone's got PI about right. Me and Stinty are 1 PI down. I'm surprised actually. Forza's done a half decent job. I mean, it's done a half decent job of building cars. I'm very concerned. We're going for the... Is it like dazzle camouflage on this? Like, can we be so brightly coloured and distracting that other people crash? Actually, isn't this the kind of... I know they don't use it in this colours. Isn't this the kind of camouflage they put on battleships? Because at, like, distance, it, like, breaks up the outline. They don't have it at this colour. I am well aware of that. But they have, like, all the jaggedy lines. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that they do, so they have done, I don't know whether they still do, this kind of wacky camo on ships. But there we go. Right. We're going to go to the Tierra Prospera circuit. A track I like, a track the BMW is not going to like. It's going to be bad. We're going to be very understeery. We're going to be very difficult to try. It is kind of like, actually, it's just someone says, Lucian says they use something similar when testing the Supra. Yeah, this is kind of like the thing they put on the test mule cars so that you don't know what they are. Kind of, only just not multicoloured normally. Yeah, we will be dazzling nobody because we're just going to be around the back of the pack the whole way. So... There we go. We will see. I have seen... So just thinking of like the camoed cars. I have... In all my time driving around, I have... No, twice. I have twice seen a car on the public road with camo. One was a Mercedes of some sort, and one was a Land Rover of some sort. The Land Rover I wasn't exactly surprised by because I was around where a big Land Rover factory was. But yeah, the Merc was in the middle of Oxford, I think, which was... It's kind of cool. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was a long time ago that I saw it. But yeah, I have seen a couple of like camoed cars out on the road. Right, here we go. Oh, wonderful folks of chat. Place your bet. Where do you think the BMW is going to come? Do you think it is going to be 10th, or do you think it is going to be last? This genuinely could be one of the worst cars here. I mean, Stinty might have some real trouble with that auto union. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think many are worse than us. And it's not, as I said, it's not that the M6 is a bad car. I actually really like the M6. It's one of the few modern BMWs that I actually really like. But the semi-slick tyres are the only upgrade we have. And it is over £4,000. So yeah, it's so overweight for this. It'll be, yeah, the top speed will be good, but that's just never going to come into effect. And if there was something that was dominated by top speed, Stinty would win. Like that would be it. Midnight is optimistic at 8th. Yeah, 8th would be a good 8th. To be honest, if this car came out 8th, I'd actually be happy. I feel like that would be a little victory for me. Oh no, Amy's disconnected. God damn it. Amy with one of the fast cars, one of the real contenders in this, has been unlucky. I think the CRX Sir will probably do quite well. There's a lot of fast cars in here, actually. There's a lot of really fast cars in this draw. Not many people have got terrible choices. So, yeah, we're starting quite a long way up. We're going to be in, like, second. Okay, well, game's been really kind with grid spots. We can make a BMW-sized roadblock. Longbow has the much preferred. Yeah, we really are the weak car in this one. I mean, the M5 will be a bit heavy, but I guess the Ute might be a bit heavy, but they get so many more upgrades than we do. They all start off quite heavy, but yeah, who knows? Let us go, BMW. Use the mighty power. Try and use the mighty power. You're too bloody heavy. The CRX is outrunning you, for God's sake, at 120 miles an hour, and the CRX is faster than you. I mean, we should be stable in the corners, mostly because we're not going to be very dynamic or dramatic or anything like that. Uh-oh. Yeah, don't be on the outside of anything. You're going to have don't be on the outside of me either. I do apologise if we end up understeering. Stinty's leading the way with the Auto Union. Who had bets on that? Oh. Apparently Ewan hates geese. I am aware everyone is faster than me in the corners. You're just going to have to figure out a way around the M6, alright? Go, Beamer, go! Use all the 600 horsepower or however much you had. It's not really enough, is it? But I'm actually very surprised by the Auto Union at the moment. It is holding on. I don't know whether it's going to how long it's going to hold on for, but it is currently holding on. I have made a mess of this final corner. It's fine. We avoided an wall. That's going to just have a dive. Whether Blakey can stop that in time is a good question, and indeed Blakey could not. The front-wheel drive CRX is still trying to chase down the Auto Union. We were not expecting that to be that quick at all. Like, this isn't a bad car to drive, right? That's the thing. That's the thing with it. It's not a terrible car to drive. It's just not going to be very fast. It's just too heavy. Although we've got a good run down here as Ewan has... The M6 has overtaken something! And then it's hit a wall, and it might get repassed immediately. Speed Beast got very sideways with the Mustang, and I got my gears wrong through there. And we overtook something briefly, and then we're going to be overtaken almost immediately by a Nissan. Come on, BMW, use that power. Lug the many tons of car up a hill. And, I mean, if Impega wants to give us a help, I'd be okay with that as well. We can at least maybe fight back against the Nissan and try not to put Blakey in a wall. Impega's trying to get alongside, but there's not really any space. The 3 cars wide there, and we briefly overtook something, and then we quickly lost all the positions again. We've fallen to 7th. Can we hold on to this 7th for the rest of the race is the question. I would be surprised, but you never know. It looks like Speed Beast is having trouble with that Mustang. That doesn't look like that's very nice to drive, to be honest. Impega has got us, and I didn't even realise Impega was sneaking around like that. We might be able to get to the inside of a Ewan here, down the hill. I mean, we've got straight line speed. Speed Beast's car looks horrible to drive, so we might be able to pass that at some point. The Civic was there having a look. Blakey's got into trouble somewhere. We are kind of on the inside here, just trying to not get ourselves in trouble, and I've made a mess of the corner. That's fine. The Civic is there having a look. My car is so heavy that we got a bump from Liam, and it didn't really do anything to my car. It's so heavy, the bump on a rear-wheel drive car just didn't even send me sideways or anything. Stinty is still leading the way with that Auto Union, and it's not really under massive pressure. We all laughed at the thought of the Auto Union. Oh, don't want to go too wide through here, Liam. Really don't want to have a too wide moment through that section, but I just can't match the grip of the Civic. Although the Civic has then made a mess of the next corner. We almost got the nose up alongside, but we could not quite make that one work. Speedy's car looks horrible around here. We might be able to get the Mustang. We know the Civic's going to be faster than us. We were kind of expecting that. We knew the Z3 was, the M5 and so on. We may be able to find a way past the Mustang, as that looks a little bit less consistent than we are even in these corners. We've got to worry about the Audi. I think we only really... Ewan got a good run there, had a look. Might get us here, actually, because we just got tangled. We had speed through there. God damn it. Yeah, we have to be wary of the Audi, because it snuck its way past. I think Blakey had a controller problem or missed checkpoint, something like that, because the 370 was going quicker than us there. Come on. Come on, big boat. We've got to find a way past... well, I say we've got to. I would like to find a way back past Ewan, like to find a way past the golden Mustang up in front. We brushed it. That didn't really slow us down too much. That's fine. We have just gradually slipped back in this race, but the Auto Union is looking like it is going to be... It has been caught by the CRX now, but it does look like it's going to be a... it's been a lot stronger a choice than anybody expected. We all laughed at the Auto Union, and we were kind of right too. We expected it to be a horribly difficult thing to drive, but it has been very, very quick here. Admittedly, me and Speed Beast have held up a few cars for a while, but if they were fast enough to catch the Auto Union, I suspect they would have got past us pretty easily. Ewan's looking for a way past the Mustang. Is this going to open the door for us to maybe find a way past as we run up the hill? Because Ewan's Audi's all out of position. We're closing, but I'm not going to have the brakes to be able to do much up here, really. Mustang's still struggling through this final section. The Ute is not quite able to match us for pace. Unfortunately, we are not able to get any higher, but it is going to be that 8th place. It is going to be the 8th place for the BMW. That really wasn't too bad. I said I'm going to be happy with 8th, and to be fair, yeah, I'm not horrifically disappointed. It was helped by Blakey ending up falling back. We could kind of match... We could kind of match the RS2. We could kind of match the... what's it called? The Mustang. So this is not awful. That's not awful. Admittedly, we were helped by Amy disconnecting, because I think Amy disconnecting and Blakey having some sort of technical difficulty, because I think both those cars would be faster than us, but still. Timberwolf, thank you very much for the donation. Saying they did put them on battleships, but the invention of radar made it obsolete. That does make sense, actually, yeah. Because the radar doesn't care about your kind of jaggedy pattern on the side of your ship. It'll pick it up anyway. So, there you have it. The BMW... It was involved more than I thought it was going to be, right? That was involved more in the fight than I expected. I really did think we were just going to be trundling around at the back. Although, to be fair, I thought we were going to be trundling around at the back with Stinty's out of control Auto Union, and that actually turned out to be pretty good. So, yeah, and that's the joy. That's the joy of these Lucky Dip sessions, is you never know what's going to happen, right? You never know if you're going to have a good car, if you're going to have a completely terrible car, and cars you think might be terrible might turn out to be good, and vice versa. We will end up with another 15,000, sure, why not? Stick said the Auto Union is a slippery sausage down the street. that sounds about accurate. That does sound about accurate for how I would imagine that car would drive. I guess because it's on like semi-slicks, Forza's forced to at least have some grip in that car. I don't know what the auto upgrade would do to it normally. We will just spin the wheels up and make some... I mean, it's got some good demon lights going on at the back, but there we go. We're going to try the Estadia circuit next. Might be a little bit better for the M6, but we're only talking a smidge. Amy's having some connection issues. We'll try and get people connected. I love Forza. It's a totally perfectly working and never broken or malfunctioning game ever. We've never had any problems with Forza getting people connected at all. Impega had stock brakes in the Z3. That would be a problem. That would be an issue. I mean, I have stock brakes as well, but I guess the M6's brakes are probably considered. Would they be carbon ceramics in the M6? Well, it's probably an option that costs you like £20,000, because that's normally how much they cost. Carbon ceramics are very expensive. Although, I mean, they're very good. Don't get me wrong, they're very good, but they are very expensive. Drake, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Limerick about the Cult Wars. The cult of 1p is better than wine. Every cult accept it and everything will be fine. That cult is the best. Better than the rest. Even more so than that stinky cult of 69. Oh dear. I mean, it's a good limerick. Can we boo limerick? I mean, it's a good effort. No. But it is now the cult of 1p that will rule the donation bar for the moment. We will see. Amy might possibly, hopefully be connected. We shall try. We shall give it a try and see what happens. Oh, and there goes. See, Blakey says they're not a cat, yet they have a meow horn. So, what does that say? What does that say? White Rooster saying, need a narrow track and pray for a front row. The only chance I have. The problem is, I like the thinking, and I could probably make it difficult to pass to a degree. I think we struggle so much. We're so far down in grip, I don't think it would matter. I don't even think that even my very best defensive driving would be good enough with the M6 because it's so heavy. I just don't think I could defend against the grip. We could park it, but I think things like the CRX, things like the Z3, I suspect the Skyline, the 3Z, I think they can just go around the outside of us. Like, I don't think it matters where I put my car. They could either go around the outside, they could get cut back on an exit, and we're so heavy, it's so difficult to accelerate. It would be the best chance we have. You are probably correct. It would be the best chance, but it would be very difficult. Rob, but thank you very much for the donation, saying, but 69 will always be the best. And indeed, the cult of 69 has taken the donation bar once again. We have got that front row start. We're going to make the M6 as wide as we possibly can, but I mean, Gliska, there's a plan. Can we do the Top Gear track day plan? Between me and you, right, we can make this really difficult. We got probably two of the slower cars here. The Auto Union's going to just out-accelerate us off the line. The RS2 might be annoying and jump us as well before we get into the twisty bits. That's, the Ute is fast in a straight line, I'll give it that. Sadly, of course, we are also in ghosty mode, so that will ruin our plans a little bit. Okay. Big, heavy beamer. That corner there should be flat out in an A-Class car, and it's really not in the M6. Right, we've all popped out of ghost mode now. You can see Gliska's fighting and fighting and fighting with the Pursuit Ute. We will not be thinking about a pass there whatsoever, and I will not be thinking about a pass here either, and Ollie would be wise not to try that either, because if you get bopped by a M6, funnily enough, the CRX is going to have a really bad day. We are to the inside of Gliska, making the world's widest roadblock, and then we'll be the outside for the final corner. The RS2 can have a look, but it won't find much luck there. The Sir is having a look. Oh, they're four wide. Ugh. That was, I think, was it Liam with the Civic on the inside was having a look. Oh, sorry, there's very little space in all of this. The CRX is faster than me in a straight line. Game, how do you expect me to be able to compete with that? These cars are technically speaking the same PI, and yet the CRX outruns us in a straight line and is probably half our weight. Game, how did you ever come to the conclusion that that was fair? Like, if we monstered the CRX down a straight, well, maybe that's understandable, but we simply don't. Oh, I mean, I guess we will have the top speed on the CRX eventually. Like, this will hit 200 miles an hour, but the fact is, it's just not going to get there quick enough. Oh, the CRX found a wall, trying to get over the chicane. We are back to battling the Ute. Not that we're going to find a way past here. There's a Civic having a look as well. Blakey was having a look at the Auto Union. I mean, me and Gliska are doing literally the joke that I said at the start. It has literally happened at this point. We are just make wide cars. Oh, now the Civic's faster than us in a straight line as well. This is very disappointing, Beamer. I tried to send it in as deep as I could under brakes, but I'm never going to outbrake a Civic and go around the outside, are we? Let's face it. I mean, the hope is that the Civic has a crash trying to overtake the Ute, and that will kind of work. Also, the Hondas are so loud I can hear them over my own engine. That's never a good sign. I can pretty much hear the CRX more than I can my own car, but that's fine. Ollie will probably have learnt the lesson of trying to overtake in the chicane. It was a good effort last time, but it's just such a difficult corner to overtake. And there's also no real need. You're much better off trying to set a pass up somewhere like around here. You will generally do a little bit better. I mean, if Gliska can hold that Ute on a podium spot, it would be awesome. And Gliska's car is faster than me down a straight, so Gliska might stand a chance at doing that, because they can defend. I want the CRX to get stuck fighting the Z3. Can we have some BMW teamwork? Although I'm going to have to now defend from the Z3, because I don't... Oh, we're going to defend. Oh, I think Liam might have missed a checkpoint. Well, you know what? Oh, I locked the brakes. I'm so sorry, Impegit. There was some BMW-friendly fire then. I just locked the brakes so I couldn't unlock them in time. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the risk you take going around the outside of a very difficult-to-drive car. But, yeah... We may have held up enough people that Gliska can get on the podium. I mean, if we've got one boat on the podium, if it's not my boat, I'll at least be happy that one got there, right? Liam got unlucky with a missed checkpoint, I think. Oh, come on. But no one's really got an answer for Stinty's Auto Union again. Blakey's kind of close, but not really there battling. Not really there having a look. Go on, Gliska. Keep the big old boaty Ute out there and defend from these silly sports cars. Oh no, the RS2's turned up. Even the RS2 is louder than I am. God dear. Yes, hello Ewan. Go on, Z3 and the Sir, you have a fight and let that Ford get away. We are just going to be on defensive, I think, for the rest of this. Gliska is struggling with that Ford, funnily enough. Ewan can have a look around the outside. I would not. You're going to struggle to make that pass work, but Ewan can try. The RS2 sounds good. Oh, Gliska's going to have a tough time defending against... I might not have held them up for long enough. If I could have held them up for one more lap, would have been good. Although Impega's going to try a look into the chicane. That is seriously brave. It hasn't worked for people so far. Ewan's got us. I just couldn't get the car across. We might try sending it into the last couple of corners, because we know Ewan's not got the best handling on that. Can we send it to the inside here? Maybe. We can kind of pin it. Can we outrun the Audi? No, we can't. Oh, Gliska's going to lose that podium, I think. Oh, Ewan brushed the fence. We might get Ewan just. Yes! Oh, Stinty! Something went wrong for Stinty! Gliska got the podium, Blakey took victory! Oh, don't know, like, Stinty probably deserved that. I'm presuming Stinty missed a checkpoint somewhere. Oh, dear. I mean, I'll take 6. Oh, no, wait, we didn't get Ewan. Ewan did beat us to the line, god damn it. We didn't quite beat the Ewan on that one. Well done, Blake. I mean, Stinty's car was monstrously fast. It was a good battle. You know, the Ute was considerably better than the M6. It wasn't awful to drive, the M6, I will say that much. It drove quite nicely. It was just so heavy. It was just the most ridiculous barge. The most ridiculous barge I have come across. So yeah, and look, it was fun enough. It was fun. Stinty's Auto Union is surprise of the day right there. That should have got 2 wins, to be honest. And yeah, it was just a missed checkpoint at the end, and there we go. So we are going to do a bit of a lobby change now. So what we are going to do is it will stay with me and Ewan, and what we we're going to leave the convoy, and then we are going to invite Ewan in. So to give you lot at home a chance to join, there will be some spaces here. What you need to do if you wish to take part is to send a message to Ewan. You can be on Xbox or you can be on PC. It is, you know, you can use either, but send a message to Ewan via the Xbox kind of messaging app if you are on PC, and Ewan will try and invite some new folks in, and we will get another lobby together. We will draw some more cars, and we will do some more racing, and see how things go. Right, donations. Dog Shabby No Umjux. Thank you very much for the donation, saying hello. Just ham for my works Christmas lunch. A love content, mate. Great fun. Shite cars, please. I can read some of those words. I'm going to hazard a guess. Dogs might have had a lot to drink. I'm going to hazard a guess. Someone may have had a lot to drink. So there we go. The message doesn't have to include feet pics, but you might be more likely to be invited if you do. I shouldn't encourage this. I'm sorry, Ewan. It's Lado's fault. Lado started this. It's absolutely Lado's fault, and it's just a thing now. It's just a thing I should not encourage. FIA Stewards, thank you for the donation. Saying 5-second penalty to Alex Day for track limits. I did no such things. I was very much in the track limits. We are not bribed by Ewan, Amy, or Lado in any way. Also, are you planning on doing a stream next Sunday? There is not going to be a stream next Sunday. There will not be a stream on Christmas Day. There will be the special FailRace Christmas video, of course. There will be the good old. Well, at least I'm not planning on doing a stream Christmas Day. Who, you know, I guess maybe I'll end up doing. It's not currently a plan, but there will be the special Christmas Day cat video. There will be. What will the stream schedule be like next week? I can't believe it's so bloody close to Christmas. It snuck up. There'll be RimWorld on the 21st. Hopefully me and Carly will be doing something on the 23rd. Hopefully there'll be some long drive with Carly on that one. There'll probably not be a stream on actual Christmas Day, but we shall see. Oh god, we've got Steve. Steve is going to thrash all of us. Steve is stupidly fast. Right, so if we're going to get a stupid car, can we give it to Steve, please? I don't think Kudos is going to be that kind, but honestly, you never know, right? It would be good. But, yeah, the gods of Kudos do not... do not always give you the right amount of luck, basically. I see. We'll let everyone get connected. I spot. Well, I mean, that DHL thing would get to any random remote place if it was needed. So if you are just joining the stream, welcome. Welcome to the session. We are doing some Lucky Dip racing. Now, the way this works, if you might not have seen this before, is once we've got everybody connected, we are going to be drawing cars. Using the Kudos Prime website, we'll be randomly assigning people cars. Then the game, we're going to use the game's auto-upgrade system to automatically upgrade those cars to a certain class. And then we have to go racing with it. So you might get given a nice car. You might get given some complete garbage. We don't know. We have no idea what it's going to give us. So sometimes you get cars like this M6 that are a big barge. Sometimes you get like Stinty's Auto Union. You can get fantastic cars. You can get complete garbage. It's generally just a good old mix. And sometimes you find cars that are actually half decent that you didn't think about using before. So there we go. For this first session, we are going to have a... Ewan's going to try and get Dora into shot. Of course, Ewan is. So for this first session, we're going to go back to basics. Okay, we're going to have C-class cars. We're going to draw a C-class car that is going to be auto-upgraded to B. Okay? We will limit the number of American muscle cars if it starts getting silly. If we have 4 American muscle cars, we will stop accepting them because there's quite a lot in this class. But yes, funnily enough, the Peel can't push the boat in this. Right, let us prepare ourselves for this one. So, up first, Mensin? I don't know how to pronounce that. Is still connecting. We'll draw on for Car Guy as they are actually connected. Car Guy, you have got the Mustang SVO. Actually, quite a good choice. I would happily have the Mustang SVO, to be honest. So, yeah. Oh, is Dora in shot? Dora might be in shot. I think so. Yeah, so Car Guy gets the SVO. I would be jealous of that one. Trigger Man, you are up next. And you are going to be driving... Oh, you get a Starion. Also a good choice. So yeah, these are auto-upgraded to B-Class. You don't have to do anything. The only thing that you can do on the car is put in a diff. A lot of these old cars are going to need a diff. So yeah, you are allowed a diff to the auto. So auto-upgrade them first, then add a diff in when you're done with it. So Starion, pretty good choice of car. Also, who have we got next? Timmy, you are going to be driving, not an SVO, we've already had that one, god damn it game. You are going to be driving a Clio RS. That's also a pretty good choice. That is also a pretty good choice. No, I wouldn't count the SVO as a classic muscle car either. No, that's fine. No, it's not counted on that list. So far, we haven't had any. But yeah, I'm jealous of the Clio. Right, Steve, please be mean. I'm like, just because we could give Steve a dumb car and they'd probably still be faster than us. Steve is going to be driving. Hey, we have given them a veil. It's probably going to be built really well, knowing Forza. Steve gets a Bronco, 2021 Ford Bronco. Okay, it's probably knowing Forza. Forza's going to make that stupendously fast. So there we have it. Splitter, you are going to be driving a BMW M5. 88 M5. So far, we have not had a single... Literally saying about the classic cars, we have not seen one yet. So Splitter gets an M5. Solid choice. Shadow... you are going to be driving... Oh, you've got the bad one. I love the Nissan Rally Raid truck. I think it's awesome, but the PI does not normally go very well for this. Good luck, Shadow. Good luck. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Oh, that's Shadow Rush. Shadow Marine will be up next. You are going to be driving a Nissan Sentra. That's also quite good. Kudos. Stop giving good cars. Where is the silliness? So far, Shadow Rush is the only one that's really been screwed in there. It's waiting for me, isn't it? It's going to give me crappy cars. God damn it. So yeah, Shadow Marine gets the Sentra. Chris is here. What is Chris going to be driving? Chris is going to be driving a Civic Type R. There's no classic cars today. Oh dear. There is no classic cars today. 04 Civic goes to Chris. Ewan, what are you going to be driving? It is... Oh, for God's sake! Damn it, Ewan gets an even better Civic. The EK9 Civic. That might actually win, I'm going to be honest with you. That's such a good car. Ewan, I mean, to be fair, Ewan hasn't had the best cars so far, but Ewan does get possibly the best car that's been drawn. Right, we will go for Affable Elf. You will be racing in... Oh, a Lamborghini Espada is a really cool car. Probably not the fastest. So there we go. The Espada will go the way of Elf. And then it'll be me. We will save... I say the best for last. It's going to be crap. Oh, game, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to close my eyes. I don't know what it is. What have we got? Dare I open my eyes? Oh, you... Ah! Arsehole bloody game. You absolute twat game. Oh, and it's B-Class, yeah. Many words come to mind that I'm not going to say on stream. I would rather the Nissan. Oh. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, you. Oh, the Bronco's better, that's the thing. I'd much rather the Bronco. I'd much rather the Nissan. I don't want to drive boats today. Oh, yes, Mentsin hasn't been drawn, of course, because they were still connecting at the time. I don't know if they actually are connected yet. Are you connected properly? You are not connected properly, but we can draw you a car, at least. I won't give you the Lamborghini, because that would be very unfair. We will draw you a car. Mentsin. You will get Mercedes 190E. That is a very nice car. Forza gods have decided to be very unkind to me. Forza gods, why would you be so horrifically mean? Yeah. That is 190E, a wonderful, wonderful choice of car. Right there. Oh, Timmy, what's up with your car? Was it not getting to the top of the class? I don't actually know what your car was. Or did you not have it? I could be like, I don't know if it was a special car. I didn't actually pay attention. Chris, we're doing... You've done Lucky Dip racing before, Chris. You should know. You've been randomly drawn a car, auto-upgrade it to B class. So we're C class, auto-upgrade to B class. Is it going to give me 1,000 horsepower? No, okay. It's kind of not done it terribly. Oh, is that Clio not out yet? Oh, maybe that's one of the Clios that's on the way. Okay. Apologies. I just assumed that was in the game. We can draw you a new car. Yeah, that's obviously one that's not out yet. That's fine. So yeah, we will redraw. Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to B class, Chris. Okay, instead, Timmy, you will have the 64 Impala. We finally got a classic American car turn up. So there you go. Yeah, you get the Impala. That will be better than mine. That will be better than mine at the end of the day. The only plus point is I might win. Okay, plus points. My tyres, we're on off-road race, to be expected, really. We have got 345s. You know, we got 345s. We have race brakes. We have full weight reduction. I mean, if I was going to build an LMO02, this would be one. The two routes you'd go is 1,000 horsepower or this, basically. Lighten it as much as you can. I mean, Forza's done the best it can with the boat. It's just not going to be very good. We're kind of stuck with it. Ah, Forza. You mean thing. Dogs have no uncles. Thank you very much. There was some weird capitalization, but thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I lost in advance of Tamori. What is your favourite hangover cure? Well, so I'm very fortunate. All right, I'm very fortunate, and I'm now going to bloody jinx this now. But I'm incredibly fortunate in that I don't really get hangovers. I know exactly what LMO02 I'm driving. For reasons that I don't quite fully understand, even if I have had many drinks, I don't. When I wake up the next day, I'm normally fine. I might puke a lot after the many drinks. That has happened a couple of times, but normally the next day I'm fine. Although I would say probably the best way to go. I mean, the best way to go is like get like a full English breakfast. Get like lots of bacon and sausages and all of that kind of stuff. I think I put a diff in. Did I remember? I didn't. Let's put a diff in. Yeah, that would be my go-to. Just get like a massive full English breakfast and have that, and that'll probably be the best way to go, right? That to me seems like a good shout, right? I would recommend that as a maybe. Hopefully you will be all right come tomorrow morning. That is, I mean, hopefully you will have somebody else that can make that for you. Would be good. If you have to make it yourself, it kind of sucks a bit, but it is kind of better than nothing. So there we go. Or you could order I don't know whether I don't know where you live, whether you'll have places that you can order sort of that kind of food to you. That could work as well. That would be a way to go. FR Gods, thank you very much for the donation, saying the gods command that Alex be made to suffer and that Ewan wins the next match. Also, the stewards are liars and will be punished if they make any more silly rulings. We are not influenced by Ewan or Alex. I have definitely not been on the side of the FailRace gods. They have decided to give me... Like, I thought the Mitsubishi GTO was the biggest boat we were going to drive today, but it's just got worse. We are racing a Unimog next time. Like, we are driving a Unimog next time. Also, yes, speaking of the hangover, yes, Sneak has also got a very good idea. Drink a load of water before you go to bed. That is a great shout, actually. I would say drink a lot of water while, like, if you're out, Christmas party, you're out drinking, make sure you drink water while you're drinking the alcohol as well. At the same time, it's also a good way to help. But that might be a little bit too late now for dogs. So, so yeah, plenty of water is a really good idea. Here is our collection of cars. Has Ewan got the Jordan livery? No, Ewan's got Pikachu. I like that. Okay, that's a good livery. Yes, Hollowcat makes a good shout. Street furniture. I know exactly where we're going. Right? Where track can we go with the most street furniture? Because I will not have a problem, and everyone else will. Shadow Rush will. Well, me and Shadow Rush can battle for last. The battle of the bad will go on between me and Shadow Rush with our two massively heavy SUVs. The Pikachu livery does work quite well on that Civic, I gotta say. There we go. The Bronco is very colourful. It looks like someone's attacked it with a paintball gun. I can't even push a Civic because I just bog down and stall. So we have to like tap the clutch and then we get going. Eventually. But yeah, it's not gonna... Okay. Oh, wise and wonderful folk of chat. What? Oh, I like this crazy taxi livery as well. What do you reckon the Hello Kitty Lamborghini can do? Genuinely, if this is not 10th, if this is better than 10th, I'm going to be really surprised. I mean, there's a chance. There's a tiny chance that because we have big tyres, we won't be too awful, but we're so heavy and the gearbox is so crap that I really think we're going to struggle. You never know. I think 10th is probably as good as it's going to get. Mr. Sakota, thank you very much for the donation saying, I think your boat is missing a sail. Do you reckon we've got to the point where a sail would actually, like, we're going to be so bad in a straight line anyway that the wind power would overcome the wind resistance that the sail would add. Quite probably. You know what? Screw it. Let's be mean. Let's just get this out of the way, right? Let's just get this out of the way. Let's get this done. Have we got everybody got their cars? Shadow, your car needs to go up to B class. And yours is S1. Not quite figured this one out. Right, Shadow, you need to auto upgrade it to B, not to C. Sorry if that wasn't made clear. And likewise, the Menticin, you need to get your car auto upgraded to B class. This is why we check before we go and jump into the race. So yeah, both of those need to change. Need to be Ow! I love how that BMW hit us at, I presume, like 30, 40 miles an hour, and it didn't move the Lamborghini. That's alarming. That is alarming. I say that. Oh, can we do donuts? Here is... I mean, this is not normally the question that we ask, but... can we... If we spam the clutch enough... not really. I mean... Oh, wow, my gearbox is so long. That's such long gear ratios. Alright, Centra is correct. We just need the Mercedes fixed. What do we reckon the game thinks the top speed is? 150. I could change the gear ratio. I'm not allowed to. They're not completely broken and unusable, so... I mean, they're not great, but they aren't unusable, so we're not allowed to change them. If we start on pole at this track, we start on pole at the Bolo Ocho circuit, we will be incredibly difficult to pass. Will be so difficult to overtake because I can just park it on every apex. But we're going to be so bloody slow. Yeah, we're going to be really, really slow, so it is going to be difficult. Grumpy Razor asking, what button do you use for clutch? I have A as clutch, X is gear up, and B is gear down. So I kind of have my thumb on the A button, and let's say I want to change down a gear, you kind of like just roll your thumb to the B button, and it takes a little while to get used to. Once you've got the hang of it, it's not too bad. I think most people, not everybody, but I think most people use that setup. I used to use, I mean, I've talked about this before, but I used to use even a much weirder controller layout. And I only stopped because the Xbox One controller doesn't quite work as well for it. I used to use the right bumper button as the clutch, there's now changed camera, and I used the right stick as gear up and gear down. So it would be flick the stick up to go up and down to go down. The only reason I stopped is the way I used to hold the controller, the bumper buttons on the new Xbox One controllers were slightly different, or at least the one that came with like the launch console. So the edge of the button, which is where I would normally press for the clutch, didn't activate all the time. So the clutch didn't really work consistently for me, so hence why I changed. Although I think, to be fair, on this Horizon controller, the button would actually still work. This is like a lot more sensitive than the one I had on the controller I originally got with the Xbox One. But yeah, either setup will work for me. The analog stick one will confuse the crap out of a lot of people, but it is actually quite a good way to go. So yeah, if the 190, I mean, I'm going to bloody load this race, and the 190s, I'm going to set it as a B class race. They're not going to be able to use it, so they're going to be disqualified from this one pretty much. It might be because you're not appearing in the session. It might not be showing as. I'm going to load it up and we're going to see what happens. I genuinely don't know at this point. You know what? I'm going to leave it on light precipitation. That would be helpful. That might be the one thing, although who knows. We're all-wheel drive. Okay. What do we reckon, chat? I've forgotten. I mean, I have almost as much power in this as I had in my A-class Mitsubishi and bloody M6. But it's very heavy. I'm going to go for positive thinking and say maybe 9th. I'm going to say we might be able to beat the Nissan. We might, and then we might get lucky. We might be able to keep a couple of cars behind, and we might have a couple of missed checkpoints or a couple of people hit the bollards. And I mean, that really is clutching at straws. I think on pace we're going to really struggle. The big tyres are good. I mean, we're going to have bigger tyres than just about anybody else here. So yeah, but the sluggishness of the launch is going to cost us. We are not starting at the front. I think we might be all the way at the back. Actually, we're a lot. Oh no, I take it back. I thought that. Okay, well, so. God's sake, we've got crappy cars and it's giving me this. Okay, the Mercedes was the right car. That's really weird. Apologies, Mentzin. I don't know why that was showing up funky. I mean, the Titan. I do remember the Titan, but the Titan was also built by Ren, who builds cars a lot better than me and is a better driver, and that was specific built. So, yeah. I mean, we're gonna defend like crazy. I mean, we'll be tough to putt, but we are gonna struggle off the line here. Although it's downhill, that is good. Ewan struggles a lot off the line. But first gear goes to 65 miles an hour. We were at least going to launch away. The SUVs are all the way at the front. And we've got some grip in this corner, to be fair. The Bronco has more. We've got an okay amount of grip through here. I mean, I think, to be fair, I think the Bronco just took a better line through that lot. Street furniture, do not care. I have 4,500 pounds of Lamborghini to be working our way through. We will try and get stopped at the bottom there. Okay, the brakes aren't too bad. The race brakes better than I thought they were. And I could have got away with a lot more speed through that section if I had wanted to. I just ended up not. I mean, you definitely feel the weight in it, but it does have more grip than I was expecting, and it's got the power up the hill to pull a bit of a gap to that M5 and Civic, which is good. And Ewan will not want... I mean, the fact that we've got all the trucks at the front is great for us and really bad for literally everybody else, because no one wants to fight these. They take up so much of the road. My brakes are pretty good, so we can really just park this on some apexes and defend like crazy. The Bronco is too quick for us. I don't think I have a way to match that. So it is going to be... I mean, Shadow's actually still got that Nissan holding on well here in 4th place. So yeah, Ewan's never going to shove the car up the inside there because you're too likely to get fed into the wall. And we are covering that inside because I have got to defend. And if we can outrun the Civic, then Ewan won't have a look to the inside here. Oh, never mind, will, because I left the door open just a tiny bit like an idiot. There was not really much of a gap there, but Ewan found it. Although Ewan's going to run wide on the exit. Yes, Lamborghini! Go on, use the 500 horsepower of Lamborghini V12. It's not enough to beat a Civic. Down towards the first corner, we're going to try and send it in. And Ewan's got a lot of understeer. I didn't hit Ewan wide. Ewan actually just did that on their own. The Lamborghini's got an overtake. We will continue to annoy Pikachu, and that's not a sentence I really thought I'd ever say. And we're going to make sure there's no gap on the inside there for Ewan. In fact, Ewan had to back out of that and lost a whole heap of time. Right, Lamborghini, we just can't leave any space on the inside here. So we've got enough grip that the Civic struggles to just drive around the outside of us. And I don't think the BMW's got much straight line speed here. As we, oh no, don't take it back. BMW is there for the moment. We will get across to the inside and we will defend. If you want to go past, you're going to have to go a long way round here. And this is a big car. The long way round is not easy. Oh, 2 more laps to go. Steve has driven off at the front, helped by Lamborghini making wide car. Well, I mean, we've been nudged a little bit, but it's fine. We're in an LM002. We are going to hold you wide through here. You lent on us, we lean on you, and we're heavier, so we win. Basically, we will slow the boat down at the bottom of the course. I'm glad the brakes are actually pretty good through there. You could try getting to the inside. It's got a long side. Ewan is going to run out of space there. Now, I mean, you can fight this fight. The thing is, I'm still going to be on the inside when we get to the top of the hill. Come on. Make the Lamborghini wide. Make the BMW go the long way round. The BMW is sliding, and we will continue to defend. Now Pikachu is getting involved again. We are going to hug the inside. I mean, this has just been full defensive driving this lap. Ewan bumped the back of us and pinged out wide, and I'm hoping he's lost enough time that we don't have to worry about Pikachu for the rest of this race. Oh, I've got oversteer there. That was a bad place, but we're just far enough ahead. BMW couldn't do it. We've got something else. I think the SVO is starting to catch now a little bit as we fought. I mean, I know I've lost a lot of lap time. You want to shove the car up there. We should have maybe shut the door a little sooner on that one. We're going to fire it at the inside of the final corner. Is it the SVO? I think so, there. Oh, the Beamer hit the wall. No. Oh, well, I mean, come on now. I mean, I'm not particularly... Oh, we actually ended up screwing Ewan in that one. I'm not particularly happy with how that one went. We got forced all the way to the wall. I know we were defending like crazy. I didn't actually mean to kill Ewan. I just meant to fire the Beamer into the wall. Yeah, it hit the wall and it was slow, and it didn't really get across in time. So, unfortunately, I do apologise, Ewan. Didn't really mean to kill you in that one. You were not the one that was deserving of that. Bronco was quick. I mean, we thought the Bronco was going to be pretty good with the big tyres, because it's got the big tyres like we have. It's got the power and it's got the all-wheel drive, and it's just lighter. It's probably what, £1,000 lighter, maybe £500 lighter than the Lamborghini. So it's just better. Yeah, the Lamborghini, it wasn't good. It wasn't great. That's for sure. But it could have been worse. That could have been way worse. For the LMO. It was just pure defensive at that point. That's all you could do with the Lamborghini, is just defend like crazy. But yeah, I mean, the rain probably helped a bit, being all-wheel drive. That's, you know, how it goes sometimes with these races. Right, where shall we go? You know, let's go to the Lookout Circuit. That's a decent combination. This is a good sort of track for a B-class car. And see. I don't know whether I don't think we want straight line speed, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ewan, I definitely didn't deliberately make that rain. As the wonderful viewers will see, I didn't change it from rain, but it did load as rain. We are in the stormy season, I think, in Forza, so, you know, the game decreed it shall rain. I was just happy to let it. You know, I've got an LMOO too. Of course I'm going to let it rain when that comes up. If this one comes up as rain, I will probably let it rain as well. But I'm not going to change it. I'm like, oh, it's cloudy post-rain, so it's kind of damp. You know, as we see here, that's how it loaded. I haven't touched it, but I'm happy to leave it at that. Don't think it's going to matter here. I think our boaty proportions are going to be not very good for us. Because, yeah, we didn't really have much straight line speed on that. Right, there we go. Yeah, it's the stormy season. Of course, the chances are there's going to be some rain going on. So our handling is to be fair to the Lamborghini, right? The handling is 3.7. I honestly don't think it's that bad. It's boaty and, you know, not great, but it's consistent. Like, it doesn't do wacky things. It doesn't have. I mean, it's not. It has pretty decent grip. It's just it's being sluggish out of the corners is my bigger problem with it. It really, yeah. It's the actual mid-corner speed isn't too bad because the tyres are huge. It's just the lack of acceleration, really. The launch isn't great, but yeah, the lack of acceleration out of the corners is the big problem. Honestly, I can probably push this car harder, especially when we're not in fights the whole way. Probably get away with more corners, but I don't really know what this car can do because I spent my entire race defending, which means taking weird lines, which means I say being a nuisance, but yeah, it means taking those heavily defensive lines you don't actually make the most of whatever grip the car might have. We are towards the front again. No, we're at the back this time. Sometimes with these camera angles you can't tell. We're a long way back. We're in 9th. I mean, I think we can probably climb our way up. I honestly think this is more competitive than the M6 was. Admittedly, that wasn't a twisty, wet circuit that the all-wheel drive was going to help and we could defend. Here, if we can get like 6th or 7th, I think that would be good for the Lamborghini. We might not be too terrible through some of these corners. Oh, come on. Bog down box. There we go. We still launch better than the front-wheel drive Civic. It's going to start. I mean, we're still not out of second gear at this point. How fast can we be through these long corners? Because, I mean, this is going to be the real test. We've got very big tyres, but we've got a lot of weight. Not very fast is the answer. Yeah, we need more sort of stop-starty corners. That would be helpful for us. Because here we're just going to die in terms of straight line speeds. Can I get a tow from a Civic? Civic towing an LMOO2 would probably not be the best idea. So I'm actually expecting this. Oh god, that was very early on the brake. Sorry, Shadow. I'm actually expecting this, weirdly, to be better in the twisty stuff. I think we're actually going to gain places and time, like lap speed is going to come in the twisty stuff. Chris's Civic looks horrible to drive, weirdly. The Lamborghini looks like it handles better than a Type R Civic, although I've got a mile of understeer. I'm so sorry, Shadow. I was full lock and we just didn't turn there. We just did not want to know that corner. It looks like we might outrun the Nissan Rally Raid truck down the straight. That's good news for us. Chris has understeered up into the wall with that Civic. We will slide about a little bit, but I mean, we're basically flat through there. The Mustang had a bit of a wobble, ended up out wide. The Bronco is leading the way, although it's being chased by the Mercedes and by the EK9 Civic. Okay, we're clear currently. The Impala's having a wander up towards us. That has got some good straight line speed. Can we find a way past the Sentra in the twisty bits? I can't believe that that's what I'm trying to do with this. Well, we got a big slide on there. The Espada is having some handling issues. Oh, I didn't want to get the same understeer issues. Oh, Shadow's fallen over. That's when you've cut the corner. You know you've cut the corner a bit too much when you go for a roll. Oh dear. Well, someone's done it, and it wasn't me. I have a feeling the Impala might have hit and got involved in that crash unintentionally. That was glorious. Well done, Shadow. You tried to cut the... I cut the corner a bit too much. I didn't actually get a very good line through there. And then Shadow Rush tried to cut it more. And funnily enough, that didn't work. I think we're just going to have a really lonely race here. Which, this is more of what I was expecting from the LMO2. Like, it genuinely isn't terrible to drive. Oh, my controller has actually just run out of vibration, so that's going to need charging. I think put on, or plug in the wire, before we start the next round. You see, we can actually close through this section if we don't get too much understeer. It's here, it's so lazy. The gears don't help, but I don't think it matters. Whether I could have shorter gears, and it's not going to change the fact that the thing weighs 4,500 pounds and just doesn't have the power. I mean, yeah, 500 and whatever it's got is a good amount of power in B class for sure, but not when the vehicle weighs this much. Like, the power to weight ratio is just too lacking. I am aware the controller batteries are low. Don't worry, they'll last till the end of the race. The Bronco is gradually slipping down, even that's struggling a bit more here. Perhaps not the biggest surprise of the session that the Bronco would struggle at a track like this. I am surprised the Sentra is struggling, because that was quite good at the Bono Ocho circuit. That was doing relatively well, but it just doesn't seem to have any pace here whatsoever, which is curious. Right, don't understeer like a barge, please. We turned. I've still got that corner right. It's just all sorts of. It's just bad. One more lap to go. I don't even want to know what the Forza gods have in store for me for when we draw some new cars. Because we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not kind of along the lines of the last one. And I just know the annoying thing is what I'm going to do next. I wish the Forza gods had done. It had given me the LMO too, because it would have actually worked for it. Here, it's not a good call. Does look like Ewan is going to take the Civic to victory in this one ahead of the 190E. Steve looks like they're falling to fourth, but no further. Now holding on against the SVO. There's nothing I can do. We're just sort of stuck here with the lumbering barge. Ewan will be claiming a victory in all of this. We might end up with a ninth. It could have been worse, but not much. Really not much in this one. Oh yeah, Chris's Civic, I really thought that Civic was going to be strong, and it's just turned out to be terrible. I mean, it didn't end up losing to the LMO02, but it did not go forward like I thought it would. So, gee, it was so far off the pace, although the Starion wasn't having a good time. Okay, we were miles off the pace. Closer to the Sentra, but not good. Civic takes victory. The M5 would end up in second ahead of the 190E. Very close battle up at the front. The Bronco would be fourth ahead of the SVO. The Espada would then end up next. Well done. Well done, Ewan. Well done, Ewan. Hey, it was something. We can't get any more boaty than we have so far. Right, I'll just go find my controller wire. Give me a second, folks. There we go. We have got the controller. I should make sure I get the mic muted. It did. Oh, the Civic had 400 horsepower. Christ. That is a lot of power in a front-wheel drive. That'd be on weird tyres. Was that on off-road race tyres? That is an odd selection of tyres for you right there. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing next, just to try and forget the memory... I say forget the memory of this, because we might still end up with something along these lines. We are going to be doing an off-road one of these, which is why I said an LMO02 would have been fine. We are going to draw... oh, it was on stick tyres, of course. Those wonderful stick tyres. Yeah, the stock tyres, that'd probably be why that struggled. It's just awful. That's an awful build for a B-class car. So, the cars we're going to be drawing are going to be all-wheel drive. They're going to be auto-upgraded to... let's go... do we go A-class? Let's go A-class. Okay, they're going to be auto-upgraded to A-class. However, you are going to put the cars on off-road race tyres. Not the rally tyres or the off-road tyre. I can't remember how it names them. The off-road race tyres, so the big chunky block tyres like I have on the Lamborghini here. You're going to want to put these on your vehicle first, then auto-upgrade it. Forza should keep these tyres on the vehicles. I'm pretty sure we've done this for a filming thing at some point. Now, we're going to be drawing all-wheel drive cars. That could be a truck. It could be something like... I don't know what car starts off. You could end up actually with an S1 class car because the off-road race tyres do drop the PI. So we're going to do some off-road events with the vehicles and see how that goes. Now... I don't know. This, to be fair, this is A-class isn't going to be great either, but I would have preferred it for this. We will see. We will see how this all pans out. Right, we're going to go the other way through the list. I will say, well, I'll do mine last. But Affable Elf, you will be first on the list to be drawn a car. So we'll draw from all of the all-wheel drive cars. If it's far too high PI, we will, of course, redraw. You have got... okay, an interesting choice. 2013 Audi R8. So you have to put the car on off-road race tyres and then auto-upgrade it to the top of A-class. I don't know what it's going to do with a PI dropped car in this. That should be fun. We will see. We will see. Good luck. Good luck with your R8. Yeah. We'll see how that one goes. So we'll drop the PI, so it will get into A-class. Who have we got next? Ewan! What is Ewan going to be driving? Oh! A Ram Power Wagon. That might struggle to get to A-class. Ewan, do let me know if that doesn't get to A-class. I'm not 100% sure if it will. Yeah. It could be very fast. It probably would if it wasn't for the fact that the auto-upgrade doesn't do engine swaps. I don't know how much the standard engine is going to get, but we will find out. Who have we got next? Chris, you are going to be racing, that's probably quite strong for this, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Not the Trackhawk or anything, but yeah, the Grand Cherokee. That's probably a good shout for this, with the off-road race tyres. Or, as far as SUV goes, that's probably not too bad. However, Forza can still screw it up. Never discount Forza braking stuff. Mentzin, you are going to be driving the Bronco. Well, we saw Steve run one of these pretty quickly in the last round. So, yeah. Mentzin, you get the Bronco to A-class. Could be good. Could be good. I am worried about the Ram, but I say that. The Ram, Forza upgrading it might still be crap. You never know. You never know. Right, Shadow Marine, you are going to be driving... will those work? I don't know if these are going to work. The Andretti Extreme E-Car, I don't know whether those will auto-upgrade properly. They are on off-road race tyres. So... what I'm going to say, Shadow Marine, if you can use the Andretti Extreme E-Car, try it. If another Extreme E-Car comes up, I will redraw it because they're all basically the same, just with different paintwork. But yeah, give it a try. If it doesn't work, then we will redraw you a car. Splitter, you will not be driving that because that is too high a PI. Oh, okay. That, I think, is actually quite a good shout. Splitter,
you will be in the Audi Quattro. I am very jealous. That is an awesome car for this. That will so more extremely off-roady stuff. Some of the trucks will win. Okay, Ewan doesn't get the Ram doesn't get high enough PI because it can't have a different engine. I kind of expected that. Okay, Ewan, we will redraw you a car. Ewan, you instead get that will get the PI. Ewan, you will have 2013 Audi RS4. Definitely no problem with the PI on that. Might struggle for upgrades compared to some. Might not have that many, but there we go. Right. Steve, you will be driving... well, okay, we're not going to be driving that. We don't know whether that's quite going to work yet. Steve, that's also definitely not going to work. You're not getting a Unicorn Mustang. Steve, you get an Urus. You get a Lamborghini Urus. I mean, not much PI to work with, but I mean, quite a lot of power. You can have the Lamborghini barge this time around. So, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we know the tires on the extremes can't be changed, but they are off-road race anyway, so that doesn't matter. That'll be fine. Timmy, you are going to be driving an Audi TT RS, 2010 Audi TT. That is not a bad shout, really. That'll be along the lines of the Quattro. It might be a little bit too low, but yeah, it's a solid choice. It's a solid choice essentially. Triggerman. You are going to be driving... Oh, you've got a bad time. Bentley Continental Supersports 2017. It will get the PI. The PI will work. The PI will work. However, that's going to be a barge. Has someone else got the barges this time around? Has someone else got the barges? Car guy, you will be driving the Range Rover SVR. You know, that's a solid choice. Again, for the SUV category. Like, the barges in this aren't too bad for like the SUVs. The barges, if it's a Bentley, might be difficult. We will see. We will see. And Shadow Rush, I don't think it's quite connected to the session yet. Shadow Rush gets the GTO! You can have fun with that one. Hopefully yours will be as good as mine. The GTO was by far away the best car I've had this evening. So hopefully yours will work. And... finally, game, I'm going to close my eyes, we are going to press this button, and I'm going to very slowly... you know what? Durango... I'm not displeased with that. I'm not displeased with that at all. Apparently I already have an A-Class 1 built over there. I have run this before. I don't think this is a terrible shot. Terrible shout, really. It's, of course, it's going to be heavy. Of course, it's going to be, but it's going to be an SUV. We saw Impega go quickly with the Durango, actually, with the B-Class thing. So, there's a chance this could be quite good. Let's just jump to the festival site and give it a build. Yeah, I mean, for off-roady stuff, I still feel like I would have liked a car, because we have literally been with boats all evening. So, right, custom upgrade. Nope. Although Impega's one was run on rally tyres, not off-road race, so ours will be powerful. There's no doubt about that. So we put the tyres on the car. I can't do anything else. And then, so we install that setup, and then we will also upgrade it. Yeah, I basically got the same car as Chris. We've got very, very similar cars here. Auto upgrade it to A-Class. We have got 643 horsepower. What have you done, game? I'm surprised that doesn't have more power than that. What have you done? I mean, I'm presuming it's gone full weight reduction. So what has it done? Race brakes, good. Race suspension, maybe questionable. Full weight reduction is good. That's something. I've got a roll cage. We have full roll cage in it. Look at that. Anti-roll bars, awesome. Have you put tire widths on? You have. Game! That's pretty good. I'll take 335s. And yeah, I'll take 335s all round. I mean, I prefer maybe bigger at the back. That's not really much of a concern. That's a solid build on it. I mean, yeah.
I'm curious. I think, because as soon as I have built one of these and it was actually half decent. What did I do? Okay, so I went heavier. I went heavy, but I'm pretty sure I did an engine swap as well on that. But you can see the difference between the game built one and my built one. In fact, you can tell it's an engine swap, 8.3 litre. So for just £200 more, I got nearly 100 more torque and 100 more horsepower. So, yeah. It's probably not going to be as fast as the one that I built, funnily enough. It does look like everybody's been put on race suspension. We've got to go find a silly paint job. Also, more cowbell. Thank you very much indeed for the donation. Saying, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. I would be, you know what, after all the boats that I have been driving, a bottle of rum would be quite fitting for all of this. Can we find a terrible livery? That is the goal. That is the goal, really. Just find the worst livery. I mean, the Mountain Dew one is current contender. For this. There's going to be a lot of police liveries at the end of the day. There is a Star Wars one. I mean, that's not really terrible as such. No, we found it. We found it. Oh, Chris doesn't have weight reduction. Okay, the game's gone different ways for this. Oh, we have found a wonderful livery. Oh, our gearbox is quite good. That's not a terrible gearbox, actually. We might almost run out of gears, but we'll be off-road. How many gears do I have? Oh, I have 8! That's many gears! We have many gears! I don't quite know if we need 8 gears. Actually, that's probably the Durango might even have that to start with, to be fair. Yes, we will have Psyduck for our... Whoa! For another boat. Oh, Apollo, careful, buddy. You nearly pulled the controller lead out. How are you doing? You've been asleep all stream so far. You have? You've got your bone. You're going to be happy. You can go chew that for a while. Oh, so... I mean, let's have a look through the list. We've got everything. Oh, the Cherokees. Chris, your car's S1 class. What's... Oh, there we go. It's fixed. Never mind. Okay, the Extreme Shadow Marine, we can redraw your car. Sorry, I've only just realised that came up there. We can redraw... We probably should redraw Shadow's car. I think that's going to be a little bit too far down on the PI in this. The Bronco is within... So we normally say it's within 10. We will run it. If it is outside of that, it'll be redrawn. So, yeah, things like the Quattro, things like my Durango, things like the Bronco, they will be run. But for Shadow, we will redraw your car. That is a little bit too low in terms of it. I know they can get stuff of A class, but the auto upgrade apparently not working with that. So yeah, we will redraw Shadow's vehicle. Hold on, let me just get Kudos back up. Here we go. So instead, oh well, there you go, Shadow. That's probably a preferable car right there. We have got the 2012 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider Performante. So you'll put off-road race tyres on and then auto-upgrade it, and that will work. That will get the PI. The off-road race tyres will drop it down a little bit, and then you'll get a few upgrades on it. I was hoping we were going to get some more supercars. We had the R8, and yeah. That's this competitor. Pretty much. We've got a very pink Urus. We have got a Range Rover Nyan over there. We've got Jurassic Park Bronco, of course. Ewan's got a pretty decent livery as well going on over there. We've got the Sims. It's not quite as terrifying as Dora turning up. It's not quite as terrifying as Dora. And where is Chris's very... Oh, Chris has got SpongeBob. I mean, we've got suitably silly liveries. We've got some actually sensible liveries going on
around here. I'm not sure what's the dumbest. I mean, we might have to ask chat what is the silliest livery. I think it might actually be between Psyduck and SpongeBob at the moment. Actually, that's a good point. As someone makes, yes, there's the R8 with the R8 twin that is essentially the Gallardo, and we've got the Durango and the Durango twin that is the Cherokee. So we have got a lot of kind of battle of the shared platforms, so to speak. We've got some Audis. Yeah, we're going to find out. You would say this is a new car I park when you're picking people's car. Actually, it's pretty spot on for that. You know, that will definitely work well for this. Oh, I mean the Urus is very, very pink back there. I mean, I think it's time for racing. Folks. What do you reckon? What do you reckon we can get out of the Durango here? Do we reckon it can score a podium? I feel like this might actually be my best shot at a podium, this car. I genuinely think it is the best chance I've got. I don't know if it's for sure going to be fast enough. But of the cars we've had, this is the one that feels the most comfortable. The GTO was alright. Did the GTO get a podium? I don't know, this very first race. I can't remember. Or did we end up fourth in the first race? I don't remember. But yeah, there's a chance for this. Car. Have we got the Gallardo Spider is set. Right, we are all ready. Okay. If we can get a good spot on the grid, this could be fast here. There's no guarantee of it, but it could be. I think we might stand a bit better chance than Chris's one that doesn't have weight reduction. I really don't know. There's all sorts of guess. Chat does think this car's not going to be completely useless. Oh geez, the Urus has nearly 800 horsepower. That's going to be. It's going to be very fast. It's just not going to turn. All right, here we go. The Psy Durango is going to have a try. Range Rover has 700 plus. Jeez, and we are quite down on power to some of those, but potentially we're a bit lighter than them. I mean, this feels like a lively car to drive already, which I like. The gearbox might help it, having all of the gears and having some shorter gear ratios. It might be good. I'm going to think positive, and I'm going to go with a third. I'm going to go positive thinking and think that we might be able to get this into third. I don't know what's going to beat us. I'm not really sure. The Psy Rango. It's not quite as good as the Veloster Nyan that we used to have, but the Psy Rango. We'll see if it's any good. Chris has got 940 horsepower, but is very heavy. I will try and not kill people. I will try and avoid crashes. So what have we got in front of us? The Quattro, the Gallardo. The Gallardo might hate this because it's not. The Gallardo, the TT might struggle with the ground clearance. The Quattro may be along similar lines. I say that Durango, the Cherokee, all of the SUVs should be okay. I don't know what the RS4 is going to be like. It might be a bit too low. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. As we will launch and we will get off the line. We will not be the fastest starting vehicle, but we have got going. We handle all right through there. It does seem like the Urus is handling quite good and has more power than we do. It does seem weirdly down on power in this one. Maybe it's just the engine's not great for PI or something. I mean, like I say that, it's odd to say that about a car with 660 horsepower, but it is not enough in this when you've got things with considerably more power. We carry some nice speed through there, and we seem composed. It's a little bit oversteery, this. I mean, I know we're on dirt and everything, but it is quite oversteery. The Bronco is buggering off at the front. It's 5 wide for second. I'm going to try and find a gap to put a Durango through. Oh, the Urus bounced off the wall and spun. They have recovered it, but only just. in all of that. We are to the inside of a Quattro. We are to the inside of a Chris through here. Oh, we got airtime. We might have kind of in-air hip-checked Chris. Not what we were going for. There's a big bump there that I did not quite realise was a big bump. We are around the outside of Ewan, and we might be able to hold on to this third position. We are indeed. And the Bronco that is the furthest down on PI here is currently running away at the front. I've got to try and get the front end to turn through this first corner, which it thankfully has decided to do. I mean, it's possible maybe the likes of the Urus are on smaller width tyres? I don't know. I have no idea how the game would have built them. The TT, oh, Chris is steaming into that corner. I was trying to take a tight line through there, but apparently I was not allowed that. Oh, which are going to wash up. I hate it when the car does that. I can never figure out why. Sometimes the car just decides to wash up the circuit like that, and we just get a bucket load of understeer. Very, very frustrating. This is not the first car. I've had some cars that do it and some cars that don't. Partly potentially the line that I'm running on. But yeah, we get a good run off there, but got nowhere to go because there's a Quattro in the way. What can we do? I mean, we could... Oh, no! Oh. I got too close to the back of the bloody Quattro, and then we hit a bump and got fired wide. I mean, me and the TT did the same thing. I mean, the Durango wasn't looking... It was looking alright here, but it wasn't looking great. I cannot get a good car to save my life in this session. I guess the only thing we can do now is try and set a fastest lap, and we can see how our lap time compares. We weren't beating that Bronco. We certainly weren't catching that. And the Cherokee, I think, was going to drive away from us. I think we may have a little bit more grip in this than some, but it's nowhere near enough to make up for it, really. Right, what can we catch? Unfortunately, the pack's really bunched up. There don't really seem to be anything that's completely garbage here. Alright, can I get this corner? I guess that's going to be the line. That's going to be the line I take. I don't think it's the fastest one around there, but the line that I would normally want, I just can't seem to get this to agree with. So I'd rather take that funky, weird line than try and take the one that I would sort of intentionally want. But, yeah, there we go. Right, what are we trying to catch up to? Trying to figure out what that is. Ahead of us. Oh, Ewan has missed a checkpoint, I'm going to presume, in the Audi. It is... Oh, the GTO is struggling at the moment. That's... I'd say it's kind of a surprise, maybe? I thought the GTO would have been alright around here, but... yeah, I mean, me and the TT have been gradually kind of catching so far. The, whatever that very green thing on the Bentley. Yeah, the Bentley I'm not surprised by not having a fun time here. That's as boaty as we are, pretty much. No thing's catching the Bronco. That thing's gone. That's stunningly fast around here. Bentley's going to lose out to the RS4. Might lose out to everybody here, actually. Bentley's struggling for pace. We know we can't run higher up on that banking, so we're just going to cut down on the exit to try and get some speed. The GTO passes and then loses out to that Bentley. We have got all of the straight line speed compared to that Mitsubishi. We will be passed, and we will try and run a high line here. Can't. Actually, no, I could have done. The Bentley didn't. I was expecting the Bentley to slide all the way up. It actually didn't in the end. So we could have got away with that high line on the exit, but I wasn't sure. And I wanted to make sure we got the pass completed. So we move up to 10th. It's now whether, can we catch Ewan's Audi? Can we catch Timmy's Audi? Can we catch either of them in this battle for 9th or 8th place, I guess, depending on... There's a big gap ahead of Ewan to Steve. The Urus not having the best of times around this circuit, it would seem. Maybe we'll get airborne a bit through there. Can I can carry some speed. It's trying to minimise oversteer. The last thing we want is oversteer to just kind of kill that momentum. The RS4 is frantically defending from the TT, and that's good for me. The Sirango might be able to pick up the pieces if something goes a bit awry here. Not sure that was the line I wanted to talk through there. We just can't keep pace at the moment. Oh, we're going to get spat out very wide. We'll recover from that, like it won't matter too much. The RS4 has managed to pull a gap. I think more because the TT got in trouble. We can run the high line on our own that time around. We just had a lot of turn-in that I wasn't quite expecting through there. We will be wandering about a little bit. Timmy's having a go to the inside of Ewan. Maybe we'll make the pass stick. Oh, it's the final lap of the race. We're not really going to get to fight the Audis. It looks like the TT might possibly hold on to the position. We will have to just follow. It's a good Audi battle. In the end, it goes away to the RS4. Durango crosses the line. The Bronco is stupidly fast. I mean, the Bronco was very quick. The Range Rover was quick. The Audi was quick. The Quattro there was fast as well. Chris's Cherokee certainly not far away. Yeah, we did not have the pace. We messed things up when we missed the corner. However, that's not great. not great for the Durango. It's just not fast enough. It is just not fast enough at all. Oh, there was a dart. How did that starting bot sneak past? I do apologise. Why was mine set to top chat rather than live chat? Whoops. Okay, I missed that one completely. Apologies, folks. Apologies. I mean, admittedly, that track is a little bit more power, perhaps, orientated than some of the circuits that we could go to, which will end up. I say that. I mean, not really. Right, let's go to a kind of mixture one, the River Scramble. I do like this as a good test track. I like this as a circuit. I don't know how balanced it is for this sort of stuff, but yeah. Drake, thank you very much for the nation. Say another limerick, which should be better. With Mercedes, BMWs, and Lambos to choose, there's hardly a car from which Alex would refuse. But coming in fast and not finishing in last is a Lado in a Bugatti, a car that can't lose. I mean, the game has chosen cars for me today. I would, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I had a BMW and I had a Lambo, and they weren't good choice. I wouldn't have chosen them. But I won't give you a boo for that limerick. No. Hey, I mean, is some good limericking? Limericking? Sure, we'll go with that. So nicely done. Nicely done. We could just spin around in a circle. I guess we're going to go load up the River Scramble. We'll see. If we don't miss a checkpoint, I think this is a very aggressively mid-pack car. Maybe it might fare better here. It might genuinely fare better at this track than it has at some of the others. I think because we might have a bit more handling in this than some of the other SUVs. I don't think it's going to be enough. I'd be very surprised if it was. We're going to try. I'm going to... Oh, pardon me. I'm going to hope that we can... I mean, the podium's the dream. I just think we're going to run out of pace for that. I think a 5th place would be a good result. I'm going to go with a 5th place, making for a good result in this. Yeah, I was just playing around with the lights on the back. I don't remember this effect being a thing before. Maybe I've just never noticed it. Do they always have that kind of like flary effect? I don't know. Possibly. Apollo is still having a good old chomp on the bone that he's got in the office. Is that good, buddy? I mean, he's staying out of trouble, which is always good. He's being calm and quiet and everything. Apparently the Jeep has a G meter. Ah, yes, the most important thing on your SUV is how many G-force you are pulling. We started 9th. Not great. Not great at all. The sort of supercars might fare better here. The Lambo, the R8 might like this one a little bit more. But they might have some troubles. Might have some trouble around here. I'm just not holding out massive amounts of hope. But you never know. You never know. I figure. I don't think a podium is going to be doable. Although it is possible. This is a very different track in many regards to the Baja circuit. So there might be some bits where this Durango works. I just feel like we're like 100 horsepower down on everybody and no better handling, which is not a thing that you want to deal with. But we shall see. We shall see. We're definitely not going to be out-handling the TT and the RS4. That's for sure. And it's been an absolute mess through there. Okay. Bronco has a big slide. Oh, god damn it. We get a really good run through that corner, and the Bronco gets stuck behind the Bentley that was not having a good run. Okay. I've got nowhere to go, even if I get a good line through this corner. We will try and pass the Bentley. It does seem like the Audi, the R8, is a better supercar than the Lamborghini for rallying. Who would have thought it? If you need a supercar for your rallying needs, the R8 is the one to go for. The SVR is leading the way. The Bronco looks like a lot more of a handful around this circuit than it did at Baja. The Baja circuit, it was phenomenally fast, but here it does not look as comfortable. We are having a bit of a slide around on the way down the hill. We get past the GTO. Oh, the TT ended up out of position and did miss the checkpoint. Right, come on Durango. We will tap the wall on the way past. We are out-accelerating an R8. We are, though, on the outside for turn 1, which is not great news for me. We'll have to have a lift there. The R8 will come past, but we might be able to fight back on this one against the R8. We have got that much straight line speed. We may just be able to out-accelerate them on the dirt. Now, Bronco is struggling with these corners, so it does seem as if the Bronco is down on handling. It could make the most of the power at the Baja circuit, but here it's just not working. Try to aim for the narrow bit of the river. Oh! It does mean, though, you end up at a funky line. Bronco's really struggling with grip. If you do hear, like, a clicking, clacking sound in the background, that is Apollo chewing on the bone. So just so you know, that's what's going on. The Lamborghini's picked up pace around here. We could be in trouble. Yeah, Chris has missed a checkpoint with that Jeep, so that might make an appearance at some point. I actually need to find a way past the Bronco, because it's starting to slow us down a little bit here. The Urus has got to the front of the pack. Whether that's going to stay there, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if it was, I don't know where it started in the pack, so to speak. I wasn't paying attention. We had our own sort of fight going on. Can I get underneath the Bronco here? The problem is I could, but then it's just going to out-accelerate me. We're quicker than the Audi accelerating, but the Bronco is far faster than us. Chris may well catch us before the end of the race, to be honest, with the Jeep. That Bronco's really struggling in these corners. And that is giving us a problem, because it outruns us quite quickly to these corners. And the Bronco's going to defend through here. I can get to the inside, but I just can't make a pass stick. Our best bet would be on the corner after the water splash. If we can make a pass stick there, but again, the Bronco just outruns us. It gets so far away, although it has made a little error. It's just not enough for me to capitalise on. Yeah, Bronco actually got through there quite well. It made a little error, it ran a bit wide, but it was only a very small tap on the wall. So I was able to make the most of its momentum. It has got quite spread out at the front, to be honest with you. From Ewan to Elf and all that, they're all kind of fairly even sort of distances apart. We have got a Lamborghini for company. It's going to have a look. I don't think it's going to be able to do much down there. Can we change direction nicely? We can. Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck. The Bronco's had a good lap. They're finally figuring out how to get the speed out of the Bronco by the looks of it. Oh, God, did not expect that there. Sorry, I didn't actually really mean to cut the Lambo off there. Just didn't expect to see a car on the inside. I thought we were going to be far enough away. I kind of turned in and committed to that corner before realising there was a car there, and I've missed my brakes. That's bad news for me. We will try and park it a little bit there and make it a smidge awkward for the Lambo, because it's going to have to be going back to a defensive driving area, I think. I haven't got the steering. Though going through the water is not so bad in the trucks. They don't get affected by it anywhere near as much as the likes of that Lambo. Oh, we will slide and tap the wall. Didn't need that. Definitely don't miss a checkpoint, but we are pushing the absolute wheels off the car. Yeah, we're desperately trying to keep Gallardo behind. Yeah, we've lost touch of the Bronco. I just can't match that Lambo for pace, although we're not going to give up easily here. Oh, that's all out of shape down the hill. It's like we are going to make it difficult for that Gallardo to pass, but I do think it's faster. Oh, and we've made it easy now. Ah, never mind. I take it all back. Just overdriving it. I'm having to use as much as we can, as much grip, as much speed as I can with this, and at some point you're going to just step over that mark a little bit too far. And typically it was the next bloody corner. I thought we could get away with that speed on the way in, but no. And the Gallardo is actually pretty rapid in a straight line too. So there we go. It has closed up ahead. The R8 has caught and passed Ewan actually with the RS4. The Audi just not quite working so well. We're going to slip to 7. Honestly, I thought the Durango was going to be a half-decent car. I thought the Durango was going to be a half-decent car, and it's just not worked here. It's just not worked. It's neither been grippy enough in the corners or fast enough in a straight line for anything. And I think we could race at every track in the game, and it would never be more than a mid-pack car. Maybe at the very twistiest of circuits, it would be semi-okay. But then you go to the very twistiest of circuits, and something like the RS4 or the Quattro would do better. The thing we have going for us here, I mean, I guess the big tyres might help us on the really twistiest of circuits, but yeah, it has been, honestly, a bit disappointing. The Durango, we do manage to beat Chris, and I mean, while Chris missed a checkpoint and fell back, they also didn't really catch us all that quickly. I don't think the Cherokee worked as well there as it did in the first race. Yeah, that is just not very fast. Ewan's RS4 also didn't really work there at all. The Urus was quick. The Quattro, the Bronco. Well, the Bronco, once it figured out how to get the speed out of that car, was fast. It was a real handful to start with, and once that sorted itself out, then it got going. Jeez, that Durango was not what I hoped for or wanted from that car, which does really surprise me. On this one. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Ewan spent all the time buzzing the limiter, because it's really quiet. There is some very weird things with the with the game sounds for some cars. You get things like some of the BMWs that are deafeningly loud, and then you get some cars that, apparently like that Audi, that are just really quiet, difficult to hear. This is how it goes sometimes. I don't quite know why they've got weird volumes. Like, of course, some cars are louder than others, naturally, but all the cars in here, a lot of cars in here are performance cars, of course. So there should be some decent. It's very annoying when you have cars seemingly louder than yours. So we saw it with the Honda, actually, were louder than whatever I was driving. You could barely hear them. Yeah, well, the SUVs and so on weren't so great. Well, we've got time for one more race, I should think, on this. We will go and load up very quickly. You know what? Screw it. We'll do a cross-country race very quickly. Let's go over here. Yeah, we'll do one final cross-country race. Could the Durango come good? You never know. I mean, it's possible that the Durango could come good here. Probably asking a bit much. Although, having said that, the recent Versus Community video we had, where I was running the Rally Fighter, that was terrible everywhere, until here. Although, unfortunately, I do think the reason the Rally Fighter worked was it had power and so on, and we don't have power. So I suspect this will probably go along the lines of the Baja circuit, but we shall try. You never know. You never know. I'm gonna bet 7th. And that is an ambitious 7th. And we've had a couple of disconnects. So, yeah, I'm still going to go with 7th on this. We will launch it over the pyramid. Why not? Here we go. Yeah, place your bets, folks. What do you reckon, chat? Can we get higher than 7th? I mean, grid position is going to play a part. But you can't really defend around here. The track's so wide. If you've got a quicker car, you find a way past. With the exception that that final corner. That final corner is where you can get stuck. If someone, we have as good we've had some really good grid positions with some really terrible cars. Bronco will win. I suspect the Range Rover and the Cherokee will beat me. The Urus maybe will be able to beat. And I mean, the Audis can be faster. The Audi squad have all been put together at the back. Sure. So yeah, I think we're going to lose out to the SUVs. But you never know. You never know. It's a different kind of track. It is more... So it is similar to the Baja circuit, this one, but... Yeah, we will see. We will see if we can outturn the Lambo, for example. If we can do that, that would be good. It doesn't look like we can, but we shall try. Looks like the SUVs haven't had a great start in this one, somehow, but... I'm sure they will pick up pace as the race goes on. The Urus actually lost out to us around there, which does kind of surprise me slightly. We will land in the water. Oh, we can hold that around the outside. Steve may well be looking for a cutback or something. We'll just take a neat enough line around there. No real big problems. In fact, the Urus had all sorts of problems. Carguy's Range Rover is closing in. Although this is where maybe those ones will struggle, is in this twisty section. A little bit, that's the hope at least. We're gonna maybe lead a lap if we don't go too sideways over the jump. We do. The Durango has led a lap. That is something. It's not much, but it is something at least. We've got one lap led. Can we lead another one? I don't know. We're gonna understeer our way around there. Andrew, thank you very much for the donation. I just saw that come in. Saying 111.111. Have you got? You've got all the ones. On the donation bar. I guess the Cult of One will be happy in some way or another. The Land Rover had a look to the inside. Hasn't been able to do it, but it might get it here, to be honest. We will fight it. We will fight as valiantly as we can. And the Land Rover has slid wide, but does get the inside line up here. We will try and take momentum on the exit, but it's too wide for us, and I get all the street furniture. The R8 has some speed through there. Actually, the R8 is having a good race. I'm surprised it's not struggling with the bumps and so on in that supercar, but yeah, it's doing good. The Urus is making a good... I mean, they both gave each other a nice, sensible amount of space there. Well done. Going side by side through that corner is far from easy. The Urus is so understeery. Steve very nearly found a tree there. That was so close to a tree with the Lamborghini. We look to the inside, can't do it. So the Land Rover is struggling in some places. The Land Rover is really, really struggling in some of these corners, which is surprising me how much that's struggling. Struggling so much that the R8's gone past. The Urus, bit of a hit tree, had to change line mid-corner. The Urus had trouble there. Yeah, the R8 is leading the way. I don't think, even if we hadn't got passed by the SVR where we did, I think we were going to struggle to hold off that R8. That is a real surprise to me, how well that's doing. It's the only, it's all trucks and one R8 suddenly doing well.
So yeah, that's. I mean, this track is throwing up some weirdness because the Durango definitely feels considerably more competitive. Oh, and the SVR's found the temple wall. We will get past only just. I very much thought we were about to turn into that car there and get stuck in its crash because it did not ghost mode as it was still. It didn't kind of stop instantly. It sort of twisted, so it didn't ghost mode straight away. That's a scary. I hate that when that happens. It's always a super sketchy dealing with that. I've also just noticed our sort of skill combo is still rattling on because we're doing enough jumps and airtime and stuff to just keep it going constantly. But it's not intentional, of course, but it is just still ticking up. God, there's so many. I mean, there's all the fast. Interestingly, the Bronco's just not worked here. Oh, no, the Bronco disconnected, so that would be. I was going to say, Bronco. I haven't seen the Bronco, but the Bronco's not actually in the session, so that would explain it. We are around the outside of the Urus here. We may be able to hold it, but we may get passed by everybody. That's the problem, because everything's out-accelerating me. We out-handle it. Oh, the Land Rover's throwing that one in very sideways. The Urus got boxed in. I mean, we were quite sideways, just not that sideways. We are around the outside of Steve. Oh, did not mean to put you that close to the wall. God, you just can't see where that inside wall is. Oh, God, Chris has fired us to the inside. Well, the kind of twin cars are helping each other. Come on, Durango. Oh, we're going to slide. We're going to lose momentum. Oh, God, Chris is helping us again. So we're leaning on Steve, although they're not intentional. We're being helped. We've got a lot of help from a Jeep there. Can I get underneath? Not quite. I don't think we're quite going to be able to get on the podium here. We're trying. We're desperately trying to get the Durango on the podium. Chris has lost some speed through there. The Cherokee just not handling. Durango's definitely been at its best here. That was a very cheeky slide job if ever I saw one. That was a proper slide job. We just chucked the car in. We have the grip to do it. Just ended up in front of the Urus. And yeah, that was very, very cheeky. We made it work. We will hold on to a podium position with the Durango. Oh, Christ. That was, yeah, that was on the limit of a rude pass, I will say that much. Well done to the R8, that thing was a monster there. The SUVs fought each other, and I got fastest lap of the SUVs. Oh, Chris fell back. Yeah, I got fast lap of the SUV, I just couldn't, oh, Chris missed the checkpoint at the end there. That's unfortunate. That was a great battle. It was a great battle with Car Guy and Steve. Chris got involved there at the end. The R8 was stunningly quick around that track. I mean, as I said, sometimes these tracks just throw up weird things, and that one was just... I mean, the Durango was the best it's been. We get it on the podium with that one. The R8, though, was also way better than it'd been. R8 had been nowhere elsewhere. Probably been a little bit closer to the fight in some of it than I had, but still. The R8 was ridiculously quick there. No one had an answer to it. And then we had this wonderful, huge, crazy battle over second. Well, as we said, you know, you don't know with some of these races, and the Durango turned out to be all right. At least it is a high note. At least it is a high note at which to be finishing the stream on. Ben, thank you very much for the donation, saying bye-bye 111.11. Indeed, it is. You've now put a 2. You've now put a 2 into the middle of the cult. Oh, lucky dip. We did not have any luck today. We had absolutely no luck today with the vehicle draws. It happens. I was expecting to get some bad cars. I just wasn't expecting to get all bad cars. That's, yeah. When your best vehicles are a GTO that surprises you with its competence and a Durango that was mostly rubbish but had one good race, you know things haven't gone very well. Well, but like that's the point of it. The point of the Lucky Dip build is you get weird stuff, you get to use some different stuff. It just wanted to give me boats. The Forza gods did decree that I would be a boat captain in this one.
And yeah, that was the way that it would go. We only had one car under £4,000 actually. Now I think about it, that's concerning. And the car that was under £4,000 wasn't exactly a lightweight. So, but that is a lucky dip. I hope you folks have enjoyed this. It has been good fun. Like, I've enjoyed it. It's gone terribly for me. However, it has been a lot of fun, which is, at the end of the day, what matters. It's been a fun stream to do. I do enjoy the Lucky Dip streams. They are always entertaining. Noop, thank you very much for the donation. Saying first time catching a stream. Hopefully I'll be able to join again. Lovely racing with you all. A Bronco for the win. Oh, well, thank you very much for that. That Bronco was so quick at the first track. To be fair, I think if that had stayed connected for the final race, I think that might have won. Although the handling problems were showing up. Like the SVR and the Cherokee that were so much quicker at the first track, I don't know, might have struggled because that track was weirdly more handling based than expected. More handling based than I was expecting anyway. People who know the game better than me might have expected different. But yeah, that track did catch me out a lot. But yeah, this has been great fun to be back to Horizon 5 streams. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. I'm sure we'll come back to some more Horizon stuff in the future. For next stream will be on Sunday. I shall be streaming GTA 5. We'll be doing some more multiplayer shenanigans over there. So I hope you'll be able to join me for that. And as I said, next week I'll be streaming RimWorld on Wednesday, and there will be something streamed on Friday. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully we'll have Carly. That is the plan. But yeah, who knows quite what might be happening. So yeah, hopefully, folks, we'll see you on Sunday. That, though, is indeed going to be it from me. A very big thank you to everyone who donated. I believe I read everything out as it came through. I apologise if I did miss any. But yeah, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated indeed. And it's going to be it for today. Until next time, though, goodbye.